my name is Destiny Davis.
I'm Takaria Pyatt.
And I am Kayla Garvin. So, welcome to our last pregame show for the season.
Now, unfortunately, our friend and editor, Talia, could not make it tonight, so there will be no video.
So sorry, guys. Flashback to last week's game where Corian Brown, Johnny Jones, Saquani Hughes, Raekwon Crawford, and LaJohntay Wester scored touchdowns. Corian Brown and Johnny Jones both scored 2 touchdowns.
Congratulations to them. Our defense did such an amazing job on last week's games, and there's no doubt they're going to bring the same energy to tonight's game.
We want to give a huge congratulations to our JV team on their undefeated season this year. Congratulations, boys. Jalen Wester got an interception last night. He plays down safety. Jabari Dunbar scored a touchdown. Be on the lookout for him next year on varsity.
Yes.
He's a running back. Raytrell Crawford got 4 tackles. He's a wide receiver and a safety. And Quay Smith scored 3 touchdowns.
Shout out to them.
As you can see, it's senior night. A couple of seniors that we can name right off the bat that are playing tonight are Brandon Waiters,
Corian Brown,
What is it?
Johnny Jones, Tyrell and Tyreek Lee,
John Wester,
Charles Miller, I believe.
Charles Miller, yes.
So yeah, be on the
Shout
lookout
out
for
to
them. There's a couple more, but we can't remember them
Yeah,
right
sorry
now.
guys,
Oh,
but
Derek
we
and
recognize
Anthony
them.
Marino. Be on the lookout for them. Excuse me.
They're very good.
Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah, they're really good. So I just want you guys to be on the lookout for them.
There's no doubt our boys is going to win tonight.
They're gonna win, guys.
Definitely.
They're gonna win.
Definitely.
Now,
Confident tonight.
They do.
Yeah,
They've been working really hard.
really hard. Oh, and guys, isn't tonight
Test 1, 2.
oh, it is.
It is a
actually,
pink
As
out
you can
breast
see,
cancer awareness month. I don't have my pink, but I'm supporting guys.
We actually did get footage, but we didn't get it edited in time, so I'm just going to
So
tell you guys
sorry.
we're on the clips. So basically we asked Marino how he was feeling about tonight's game, what he did to get the boys prepared, and what he did to make them act like a family, because there's a lot of love on this team. As you can see when they play, they play hard.
Definitely.
We asked the boys how they felt, because a couple of them were feeling a little less confident because
Test
everybody's
1,
like, oh
2.
yeah, Venice is a
Test
tough
1,
team to
2.
beat.
Yeah.
But our boys think that they're really going to take this W tonight, and we believe they're going to take that W
We
tonight
definitely
too.
do.
They're not scared. We're not scared. They got this. When they come out on this field, it's theirs. They own this
Definitely.
field. They do their thing.
I believe tonight's going to be a big blowout also.
Also, because last week it was 49-7, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then
The
we
week
had
before
one
that,
69-0.
69-0. That was
So,
really good. Yes.
Our boys are gonna win tonight.
We've been
There's
bringing
no
our
doubt
A
about
game.
that.
Definitely.
Yeah, and I know that Venice is probably a really good team.
Yeah.
But like always we see in the practice, when they practice, they go really, really, really hard. So I feel as if that we're gonna do great. There's no doubt about it.
Definitely.
No doubt. Jalen Wester and Rachel Crawford, I believe that weren't they playing in one of our other games before?
They played
a couple
in
of
one of our
other
varsity games.
So
Yeah.
actually, they're already, kind of sort of on varsity because they've already played on the field with them. So be on the lookout for them next year too, because they're gonna bring that chemistry and that heat on the team with the rest of them. So when they hit the field,
They are very confident players as well. They
yes,
play-
to be freshmen,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that was
crazy. They're super
really
confident. They're not scared when they go out on that field. Like, they own that field. So definitely pay attention to them. I believe their numbers were
12 and 13.
on JV, yes.
Yes.
And Jabari Dunbar is 24. I cannot remember Quay Smith's number at the
So
moment.
sorry.
I believe he is number. I'm not even gonna try it, guys. Not
We're
even
not
try
gonna
it.
try it.
But do be on the lookout for him. If you do know his number, feel free to comment it.
I know our seniors are so excited tonight.
Yes,
It's their
yeah.
night. It's their night. Yeah, we know they're gonna ball out. Tiger Pride never dies.
One town, one team. It's a
Yeah.
Palmetto thing.
But I feel that they're really gonna show out for this game
Honestly.
tonight, because we have win after win, and they really put in effort. So I'm just very, very, very confident in my team tonight.
Definitely.
I didn't see any of our team wearing pink socks tonight, but you do know that they wear one of our other games, so they do support Breast Cancer Awareness Month. They're very loving.
Definitely.
had something to say. I can't remember it right now, guys. I know it's going to come back to me.
So sorry.
So sorry, guys. We're just really excited for
Yes, so ecstatic.
the teams. The level of intensity that they're feeling right now is amazing. They're ready to go out on that field and whoop Venice's butts.
Yes,
Definitely.
because
They're gonna kick butt
seen
tonight.
them come out on the field like jumping, ready, and excited.
They're ready.
They
They're
are
pumped.
very confident into tonight's game, and I'm proud of them. Like I'm
happy.
proud.
Like I'm ready for fourth quarter to see this score.
Yes,
like,
because I really feel like that's going to be a blowout. We're not
they jump
scared.
Up and down. We're gonna be jumping up and down.
Yes.
It's just,
Everyone's going to run out on the field. And
Yeah.
Marino did a great job this week.
shout out to Coach Marina,
Yes,
the
Coach
best
Marino.
coach ever.
Did a great job getting our boys prepared for this week's game.
Definitely.
So they're definitely going to show out tonight. So thank Marino. As you know,
Coach
like
Marino.
that. you know.
You know.
And also
And the other coaches also.
Coach Jackson, Coach Hicks, Josh
Coach
Hicks,
Coochies.
Dallas Jackson, both coochies.
They're
um,
both like very inspirational. They
Yeah.
put that good feeling inside of them to
Yeah.
like want to do better, do more, and it's like it's a very amazing sight to see.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So, you know, just giving a shout out to Marino.
And with that being said, we should wrap it up, right?
Yeah,
So get ready for the game.
Sorry,
All right,
guys.
guys.
That's it for our Manatee County Fair pregame show. Let's take it back to the booth.
Just send it back to the booth.
Not a minute 10. They get it. They get it. They don't get it in the beginning. They're confused.
All I've heard that the referee wants to appointed judge. Just because they looked at it, saw somebody else that looked at it.
Tonight on TigerVision, it's a colossal district matchup in Class 7A Florida football as Coach John Peacock and the defending state champion Venice Indians square off against Coach Dave Marino's playoff-hungry Tigers. It's Friday night on TigerVision. Your watching TigerVision, presented by Conley Buick GMC on PalmettoTigers.com. TigerVision is made possible in part by Conley Buick GMC, where we treat you like family. Proudly serving Manatee County since 1966. Garrett Richard, workers' compensation and payroll solutions for construction, agriculture, and high-risk companies. Clicking Spree, where we put your business on a clicking spree. DeVito's Auto Repair. For quality auto repair, visit DeVito's Auto, serving satisfied customers since 1978. Keaton's Office and Art Supply. Real, fast service, serving the business needs of the community since 1951. North Manatee Realty, serving Palmetto, Ellington Parish, and Manatee County. Richardson Stinton Roofing, locally owned and highly experienced. Richardson Stinton Roofing. Rico's Pizzeria and Pasta House. Rico's, now with a Palmetto location on 8th Avenue. Boyd Insurance and Investment Services, winner of the People's Choice for Best Insurance Agency in Manatee County for 8 years in a row. Remedy Employer Services, our favorite local PEO, providing payroll services, benefits, and so much more. Superior Asphalt, superior quality, superior service, superior asphalt. Ugardi Architecture and Associates, architecture, planning, interiors. Ugardi Architecture and Associates. Kiwanis Club of North Manatee, proudly supporting Palmetto, Ellington Parish. Spartan Air Services, serving Palmetto, Ellington, and Parish. Hungry Howies of Palmetto, come join us to watch the Tigers. Great food and always a great time at Hungry Howie's. Wing House of Ellington, proud sponsor of Palmetto High Sports. Bring your friends and join us for some great wings. Asa Power, located in Palmetto, an electrical contractor with over 25 years of experience. Florida Patio Furniture, Inc., resort-style pool and patio furniture, designing furniture for your business, home, and garden. TigerVision, presented by Conley Buick GMC. It's now time for the Manatee County Fair pregame show.
Are live. Welcome to senior night at Harley Stadium on the beautiful campus of Palmetto High School. I'm Brian Varnador. I'm joined tonight by my broadcast partners, Mr. Rick Wells, Ken Burton Jr., and our sideline reporter, Tom Porter. Tonight, we welcome the defending state champ, the Venice Indians, to the jungle here in this very important 7A in-conference matchup. We've got a packed house in the stadium tonight, and this should be one for the ages. You know, tonight is senior night here at Palmetto. I'm going to turn it over to my broadcast partner, Mr. Rick Wells, for his thoughts. Rick?
Hey, thanks, guys. Good to be back here at Tiger Stadium tonight, and really looking forward to a big game. But before we get started, I'm going to go over our seniors on this football squad, the ones that will be getting called out here real quickly. Some very big-time names that we have been calling for the last 3 years. We got Corian Brown tonight, Reese Lyons, Johnny Jones, David Burstyn, Derek Marino, Tyreek Lee, Lazavian Walker, Anthony Marino, Zaquani Hughes, John Wester, Charles Miller, Brandon Waiters, Alejandro Mott, Tony Stinson, Michael Fletcher, Tyrell Lee, Billy Pineda, William Ruff, Michael St. Justy, Ethan Ingram, Luke Gullett, Sam Pascoe, and John Bembry. These are our seniors. These are the young men that have helped us establish such a great program at Palmetto here the last 3 to 4 years, and unfortunately they'll be moving on, and we'll be trying to continue their legacy. But this is a huge game. I don't even know if I can talk enough about it. I mean, we've been kind of losing sleep all week. We've been anticipating this big game. I tell you what, I am just truly focused on our group of young men, our talented group, coming out here tonight and just really taking their physicality to a new level and kind of forcing their will onto Venice here and letting Venice know, letting them know this is not the Palmetto team from 4 years ago that was basically just kind of run over. This is a new squad. We're going to take it to the house tonight. I really believe that we are going to win this ball game tonight.
All right, Rick. Ken?
Yeah, this game goes back all the way to Tampa Bay Tech when we lost in the second round, and we wish those seniors from last year to get the best wishes, and they have worked hard all year, and to be in the 9th game of the year, and you still have something to play for, and it's an important game when you see the TV station truck out in the end zone with a big antenna 50 feet up in the air broadcasting. You're at the primetime game, and there's reunions that come back. I know there's the class of 68 and 69 are going to be watching from one of our remotes tonight, and but these guys will be talking about this game when they come back for their reunions, and hopefully in a positive way.
Yeah, before we turn it over tonight on senior night, we have a special feature for you here coming up shortly. Jennifer and Tom will be announcing the seniors here at Palmetto High School, and so we have a little bit of a little bit before the broadcast here, but we're excited about that. And tonight I was thinking about the terrific transfers from Lemon Bay that have come into this Venice program, and what a perfect fit. You have Hayden Wolf. He's 6'6", 225-pound senior, and then you have his brother, which is Weston Wolf, who's a 6'5", 195-pound possession receiver, great on the fades and in the red zone, and they just plug in and they just fit perfectly into the scheme of what the Venice Indians do. And if you compared it to college football, I remember Cam Newton getting plugged into Auburn. It was a perfect fit for that. And if you look at Venice, what they have, the defending state champions, it's a perfect fit.
Yes, absolutely. What scares me about him, it's some good things and bad things. The bad things is he's already committed to Old Dominion, but when you go look and see who else was interested and who else was offered, all Ivy League and high academic, the kid throws a great pass. He's very accurate, but he's smart as well. The good thing is he's not terribly quick, and I don't think there's anybody on the defense that he can outrun. So we're going to have to put pressure on him and get him out of his rhythm. That is going to be one key tonight. If we don't, we're asking for a long night, because he can throw the ball, and those receivers, they run smart routes. He likes his little brother. Old Dominion's also interested in him as well. They might be just like the last year group for Venice. They ended up at Coastal Carolina, where he'll join him up there in a couple of years. But got to get pressure on him.
Yeah, and it comes from a very athletic family. I'm going to wrap it up with that about the Wolf guys, the two brothers that are going to be out there on the field tonight. I think his father was a catcher in the Chicago Cubs organization, and his mother was a scholarship volleyball player there at UCF. So, I think probably at home there, first they had to learn to outrun the mother, and then eventually work their way to maybe hang with dad. And then at this point in their life, I can tell you that they're probably both a little bit faster than their father. But tonight on senior night for the Palmetto Tigers, it's an exciting game. This offense of the Palmetto Tigers, guys, with the dynamic tools that we have. One thing I've noticed as I look through some film on this, in space, the Venice Indians defense, they don't do anything wrong. They're very fundamentally sound, and they're very, very strong. But one thing I see there, we have 1, 2, 3 receivers there, and it's very, very difficult for anybody to cover them all. And it's going to be a key for Anthony Marino. We've seen that Anthony Marino, he throws for about 70%. Palmetto's very balanced offense this year, 52% pass, and 48% rushing, very balanced offense. And what the coaching staff here, Ty Stoll and that Coach Marina is going to have to do is work very hard to find our athletic receivers and see if we can get them lost in space.
No, I agree. Brian, we know that Venice is going to be well disciplined. We know that they are going to be physical, and we know they're going to be well coached. I mean, this Venice team really, they may change players, but they never change their dynamic schemes that they have. They're going to run the ball. They're going to be effective. They're going to have a powerful front offensive line. I mean, that's just who they are. But we are talented as well. I mean, we just got to go and play our game and be focused and quit the mental mistakes that we sometimes make. We can't have those tonight, but this is a game that we can win, and we can basically control our destiny from this point on if we can just get this win tonight.
I think to add on to what you gentlemen said, to make that happen, we're going to have to have less penalties than them, crazy penalties. We're going to have to win the time of possession and I think also the turnovers. I think those three are no-brainer for the game. And Brian, to go back with the offense that you were talking about, when our skill, if I was them with those stats, 52 to 48, and with our team speed, they don't match up with our offense. And the thing our guys need to do is the old cliche of making plays, but finishing drives and getting in the end zone and scoring touchdowns. It's going to come down to who scores the most touchdowns tonight versus field goals.
Yeah, and one thing, and we're about to start the senior night proceeding, which we're going to pick that up for our fans here, and with the announcements as the seniors prepare to take the field, and I'm talking about all of the Palmetto High School seniors. And tonight, the way that Venice lines up on the field, Ken, when I look at them defensively, very strong, very disciplined. Offensively, it's some dynamic weapon size. And then the receiver that I like there is number 1, and he's a very explosive receiver. He reminds me a lot of Amandela or the Renfro young man that plays for Clemson, that was so dominating. He's Sam Whitney, and he's number 1. He's 5'8", 165 pounds, and he probably is not the fastest guy, out there, but extremely quick. And he's that 3rd and 8, 3rd and long type receiver, and he just continues to make plays. He made a fantastic catch on a closely guarded play in the Braden River game to really break open the game, and that was Sam Whitney. That's one to watch on offense. He's kind of a slot receiver. And then an interesting wrinkle is Zach Sessa, who is their kicker wide receiver. This young man kicks the ball into the end zone every time. He's their extra point. He's their field goal specialist. And he is dynamic piece of Venice football. Now, the concern I have is with a receiver with that much talent, that is your extra point kicker, your kickoff, and your field goal kicker. He's out there and he's going to take some hits, and that's always a concern.
Yes, he is a big weapon for them. In some of the scouting services, he is the top-rated kicker in the country. He probably has a half a dozen to 10 offers, which is a lot for a kicker. And my same thoughts, Brian. You go across the middle and take a hit, and there's your weapon. One thing about him tonight, I hope we see him a lot on the field kicking field goals versus extra points. That will be a good thing tonight.
He's got a big, strong leg, and he is an impressive football player. He reminds me of Eric Wilbur. Now let's kick it
Welcome
to the
Pregame
pregame show with Tom
Palmetto
and
Tiger
Jennifer,
versus Venice
and we're
Indians
introducing
game.
the seniors.
Before the game, we want to take a moment to recognize the seniors. So please help us in honoring these young men and women. Corian Brown. Corian Brown is being escorted by his grandparents, Rodney and Patricia Dunbar. Corian has been a varsity football player for 3 years. He is also a part of the PHS track team and has been the captain for the last 3 seasons. After high school, Corian plans to attend a 4-year university for sports, majoring in business and marketing.
Anthony and Derek Marino. Anthony Marino and Derek Marino are being escorted this evening by their parents, Dave and Linda Marino. Both Anthony and Derek have been on the varsity football team since their sophomore year. Derek is a member of the varsity weightlifting team, while Anthony is on the varsity track team. Anthony has been on honor roll all 4 years and maintains a 3.6 GPA. Derek has received honor roll for 3 years and maintains a 3.5 GPA. Both Anthony and Derek are hoping to further their education while playing college football, but have yet to make a decision on where.
Reese Lyons. Reese Lyons is being escorted by his parents, Dana Edwards and Robert Lyons. Reese has been on the varsity football for the last 3 years of his high school career. He plans on furthering his education in college and majoring in human performance studies.
David Burstyn. David Burstyn is being escorted by his mom, Trina Burstyn. David has been a varsity football and varsity basketball player for all 4 years of his high school career. Sadly, that got cut short due to a severe leg injury, but he still plans on furthering his education by attending college and majoring in sports medicine.
John Jones. John Jones is being escorted by his mom, Terry Mazza. John has been playing running back on the varsity football team since his sophomore year. He also runs on the track team. John would like to continue playing football in college while studying law and economics and eventually join the police academy.
Tyreek and Tyrell Lee. Tyreek and Tyrell Lee are being escorted tonight by their parents, Robert and Candy Lee. Both Tyreek and Tyrell are very involved in their church and part of the church congress. Tyreek is also an officer for the Mount Pilgrim Association. They will do anything within their willpower to stay well educated and move forward in life.
Zaquani Hughes. Zaquani is being escorted by his mother and stepfather, Torrey Hampton and Robert Glanton. This is his first year on the varsity football team. His dream is to attend FSU to study engineering, industrial engineering to be exact.
John Wester Jr. John Wester Jr. is being escorted by his mother, Lakita Wester, and his father, John Wester Sr. John is a member of the varsity football team. John is a member of SCA, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and serves through his local church, Pentecostal of Faith. John has plans to further his education, majoring in sports management.
Charles Miller. Charles Miller is being escorted by his parents, Marcy and Charles Miller. Charles has been a varsity football starter for the last 2 years of his high school career. His sophomore year, he played on the junior varsity football team. Charles carries a 3.0 GPS. His hobbies include football, gaming, hanging with friends, and spending time with his family. Charles attends church faithfully and knows when he puts God first, he can achieve anything in life. He worked this year at Rabonia Community Center as a youth counselor. Charles will be attending a 4-year university and will major in criminology or digital design.
Brandon Waiters. Brandon Waiters is being escorted by his mom, Leah Watson, and stepmom and stepdad, Latoya and Brian Waiters. Brandon has been on the varsity football team since his sophomore year. He is an all-district linebacker this season and leads the teams in tackles. He plans to further his education at a Florida college and wants to pursue a career in accounting.
Alejandro Montt. Alejandro is being escorted by his parents, Anivad and Clarissa Montt. Alejandro has played football all 4 years of high school. He also is on the Palmetto track team. Alejandro is a member of the National Honor Society, a school ambassador, volunteers at his church, maintains a very impressive 4.6 GPA, and has been awarded an ACE diploma with qualifications for the Bright Future Scholarship. Alejandro currently attends SCF full-time and plans to attend a university in Florida pursuing a political science degree in the fall.
Michael Fletcher. Michael Fletcher is being escorted by his mom, Bernadette Fletcher. Michael Fletcher has been a part of the varsity football team for his senior year. He has also been running on our track team for the last 3 years. Michael plans to attend SCF after high school, eventually transferring to UCF to study engineering or sports medicine.
William Rumpf. William is being escorted by his mom, Jackie Rumpf. Will has been a varsity football starter for the last 3 years of his high school career. William volunteers at local schools and within his church. Will is on Tiger Gold honor roll and maintains a 3.5 GPA. He plans to further his education attending Southeastern University, majoring in biology. Michael St. Just. Michael plays defense and offensive tackle. He plans on attending college to play football at the next level. Ethan Ingham is being escorted by his parents, Gwen and Scott Ingham. Ethan has been a varsity football starter for the past 2 years. In addition to football, Ethan is on the varsity wrestling team and varsity powerlifting team. He is also involved in Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Ethan plans to attend college and play football in the fall.
Luke Gullett. Luke Gullett is being escorted by his parents, Mr. and Mrs. Charles and Holly Gullett. Luke has played football for all 4 years of his high school career. He also participated in wrestling, track and field, and is involved in Fellowship of Christian Athletes. He plans to major in criminal justice, but is undecided in the college he will attend.
Sam Pascoe. Sam is being escorted by his parents, Bill and Nina Pascoe, and uncle, Palmetto alumni and football standout, Kevin Pascoe. Sam has been playing football for the last 4 years and has also competed in wrestling, weightlifting, and track and field. He is also involved in volunteer activities, such as volunteering with Turning Points for Stand Down, the Meals on Wheels food book, and for RAM Medical Care. He plans on attending Ave Maria University in the fall. He would like to pursue a career in law enforcement.
John Bembry. John Bembry is being escorted by his parents, Gary and Sandy Bembry. He has played football for PHS for 4 years and been a starter on varsity for the past 2.5 years. He is currently enrolled at Hillsborough Community College in their dual enrollment program. He has earned 18 college credit hours and maintains a 3.8 GPA. John plans to continue his education at a university, majoring in criminology.
Hayden Davis. Hayden is escorted by his mother, Wendy Davis, and his brother, Riley Davis. Hayden has been on the varsity football team for the past 2 years. He is involved in the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, volunteers for Upward Basketball and North Manatee Storm football programs, and loves spending time working on his Eclipse. Hayden is active in his New Hope Baptist Church youth group, traveling each summer for missions. He plans to further his education by attending Georgia Southern University, majoring in engineering or criminal justice.
Marcello Ramirez. Marcello Ramirez is being escorted by his mother and father. Marcello has played soccer his junior year and joined the football team shortly after. He is our kicker for Palmetto High School.
Lazavian Walker. Lazavian is being escorted by his mother and grandfather, Desiree and Warren Kinder. Lazavian has been a varsity football player for 3 years and has ran track for 4 years. Lazavian is on the honor roll and maintains a 3.5 GPA. He plans to further his education by attending a 4-year university, majoring in sports or business management.
Aliana Dunbar. Aliana Dunbar is being escorted by her parents, Marcellus and Angela Dunbar. During her 4 years of high school, Allie played volleyball and has been a weightlifter for all 4 years. Allie also played girls flag football as a junior and is now a senior athletic trainer with the football team. She participated in HOSA for 2 years and Key Club for 1 year and has volunteered at Centerstone Hospital as a teen volunteer. After graduation, Allie would like to pursue a career in dermatology and healthcare and would like to attend Valdosta State University in Georgia.
Abby Smith. Abby Smith is being escorted by her mother, Carrie Smith, and her brother, Jacob Smith. Abby has been an athletic trainer all 4 years of her high school career and has also played varsity softball all 4 years. She plans to further her education by attending a 4-year university, majoring in physical therapy and playing collegiate softball.
Mariah Collins. Mariah Collins is being escorted by her mother, Killstrong Collins, and sister, Imani Collins. Mariah has been on the weightlifting team her sophomore year and made it to the state championships. She also plans to make it to states and win this year. She also does Olympic weightlifting and plans to go to the Olympics in 2020 in Tokyo. Mariah plans to further her education by attending FAMU, majoring in medicine.
Ashley Price. Ashley is being escorted by her parents, Brad Price and Christina Zimmerman. Ashley has been involved in athletic training for 2.5 years. She played varsity softball for 2 years and was awarded the Offensive Player of the Year her freshman year. She has spent many hours on the field coaching and mentoring young girls in softball. Ashley maintains a 3.7 GPA. She is working on earning a scholarship for softball to further her education in business or communications.
Melvin Calhoun. Melvin Calhoun is being escorted by his father, Melvin Calhoun Sr., his mother, Melissa Packer, sister Shira Calhoun. Melvin has been a part of the athletic training staff and has also ran track. Melvin has participated heavily in his church group. Melvin is currently undecided on his college.
Ashley Davis. Ashley is being escorted by her parents, Rick and Shannon Davis. Ashley has been a varsity softball starter for all 4 years of her high school career. She is also involved in student government and is the vice president, journalism for 3 years and is the ad manager, yearbook, and is a trainer aide. Ashley is an honor roll student and maintains a 3.8 GPA. She plans to further her education at Nova Southeastern University, majoring in doctorate of pharmacy, and plays softball at the collegiate level.
Preston Soundera. Preston Soundera is being escorted by his parents, Mr. and Mrs. Soundera. Preston has been in marching band and key club for 4 years. He is also president of the National Honor Society. Preston has maintained a weighted 4.78 GPA. He plans to further his education by attending Cornell University and majoring in chemical engineering.
Paul Dupey. Paul is being escorted by his parents, Mr. and Mrs. John Dupey. Paul has played in the Palmetto High Marching Band all 4 years of his high school career. Paul is on the honor roll and maintains a 3.66 GPA. He plans to further his education by attending the University of South Florida, majoring in computer science.
Martin Herrera Jr. Martin Herrera Jr. is being escorted by his parents, Mr. and Mrs. Herrera. Martin has been in marching band for all 4 years of his high school career. Martin is on the honor roll and maintains a 3.3 GPA. He plans to future his education by attending SCF and then transferring to University of Florida for a Bachelor of Music.
Blake Butzow. Blake is being escorted by his parents, Chad and Jennifer Butzow. Blake has been a part of the Palmetto High Marching Band all 4 years of his high school career, this year leading the drum line as captain. Blake has also been a member of the long-distance varsity track team since his freshman year and has been a member of the Technology Student Association since his sophomore year. Blake has maintained honor roll status since his freshman year, has a GPA of 4.5, has earned his ACE diploma, and was recently inducted into the National Honor Society. Blake also volunteers in his church regularly and is currently finalizing his requirements for the rank of Eagle Scout in the Boy Scouts of America. Following high school, Blake has plans to continue his education to become a mechanical engineer.
Blake O'Neill. Blake O'Neill is being escorted by his parents, Mr. and Mrs. O'Neill. Blake has been a member of the marching band all 4 years of his high school career. He is a Palmetto ACE ambassador and a member of the National Honor Society. Blake has earned his ACE diploma and has a 4.6 GPA. He plans on attending the University of Florida in the summer.
Bianca Antonetti. Bianca is being escorted by her father, Oswaldo Antonetti, and sister, Gabriella Antonetti. Bianca has been in marching band for 3 years and a part of the Paul Players and Prowl newspaper for 3 years. Bianca maintains a 3.7 GPA and plans on attending SCF to begin a career in music technology.
Abigail Morris. Abigail Morris is being escorted by her parents, Jim and Tracy Morris. Abby has been in band for 4 years. 3 years in marching band, and this year she's a drum major. She's involved with symphonic and jazz band and is on staff with the PHS yearbook and is this year's photography editor. Abby has been dual enrolled at SCF since her junior year and has a 4.0 GPA. Abby will continue her education at SCF, then transfer to USF to major in zoology.
Kayla Ramirez. Kayla is being escorted by her parents, Alejo Ramirez and Veronica Garcia. Kayla has been part of the marching band for 2 years. She's involved in symphonic band, concert band, jazz band, chorus, and the Music's Honor Society. Kayla is also the director for the kids choir at her church. Kayla maintains a 4.1 GPA and plans to further her education by majoring in elementary education.
Rene Rico Jr. Rene Rico Jr. is being escorted by his parents, Rene Rico Sr. and Marta Rico. Rene has been in marching band for 2 years of his high school career. He is also involved in jazz band, symphonic band, and concert band. He is also a member in Music's Honor Society. Rene plans on furthering his education at Universal Technical Institute, majoring in diesel technician.
Mac Cruz. Mac is being escorted by Rudy Garcia. Mac has been in the band for 2 years and is also in jazz band and symphonic band.
Jessica Wagner. Jessica Wagner is being escorted by her mother, Janet Wagner. Jessica has played in the PHS marching band for the past 3 years. She is also president of our school's HOSA club, a member of an all-girls community service group named Mamzelles, and has also been inducted in the National Honor Society. This year, she has received her ACE diploma and is in the top 1% of her class, maintaining a 4.6 weighted GPA. Jessica has not decided on a university, but plans to further her education in the field of neuroscience.
Carrie Nguyen. Carrie is being escorted by Mrs. Karen, Bianca, Blake, and Abby. Carrie has been a part of the marching band for only her senior year. She is also involved in theater, yearbook, Key Club, National Honor Society, and is also a PHS ambassador. Carrie is going for her ACE diploma and maintains a 4.3 GPA. She plans to further her education by attending the University of Central Florida, majoring in photography and film production.
Isaiah Moses Jefferson. Isaiah Moses Jefferson is being escorted by his mother, Sandra Jefferson. Moses has been involved in marching band this year. Moses has been honored in the National Honor Society program and maintains a 3.7 GPA. He plans to further his education by attending SCF, majoring in optometry. Spencer Kannan. Spencer Kannan is being escorted by his parents, Mr. and Mrs. Kannan. Spencer has been in marching band for all 4 years of high school. He is currently dual enrolled at MTC in their architectural drafting program. After graduation, he intends to further his education but is not decided on what college to go to just yet. Teresa Gilkey. Teresa Gilkey is escorted by Mom Beverly Gilkey and Dad Richard Gilkey. Teresa is a 4-year member of the Dazzler dance team and currently a head captain. She is the president of our Avid Club here at Palmetto. Teresa is 1 ACE credit shy of her ACE diploma. She plans on furthering her education at the University of Central Florida, majoring in environmental engineering or journalism. Megan Mitchell. The door. Megan Mitchell is being escorted by her parents, Justin and Shay Carpenter. She is one of the head captains of the Palmetto Dazzler dance team and is a 4-year varsity member, receiving Rookie of the Year her freshman year. She has been involved in FBLA and Avid. Megan is on the honor roll and maintains a 3.85 GPA. She is currently dual enrolled at SCF. She plans to transfer to USF to major in hospitality and tourism management. Megan is looking forward to becoming a flight attendant. Grace Labrie. Grace Labrie is being escorted by her parents, Shannon and Harry Labrie. Grace has been a Dazzler for 3 years, and this year she is a captain. She is involved in National Honor Society, an All-American for NDA, and currently is taking dual enrollment classes at SCF. She volunteered at Manatee Memorial Hospital over the summer. Grace maintains a GPA of a 3.91 and plans to further her education at SCF and Southeastern University for her bachelor's degree in nursing. Norman Suazo. Norman Suazo is being escorted by his brother Angel Suazo and his niece Camila Velardes. Norman has been a Varsity Dazzler member since his sophomore year. This is his 2nd year as an officer. He has also been involved in choir, in which he is a tenor, orchestra as a violin player, and theater. Norman plans on attending Ottawa University, where he has received a dance scholarship. He also plans on becoming an ESOL teacher, and he will also be applying to become an NDA staff member. Janae Griffin. Janae Griffin is being escorted by her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Christopher Lawton. Janae has been a JV cheerleader for her freshman year and on the Dazzlers dance team for 3 years of her high school career. She is involved in ACE and Avid. She is the president of Avid. Janae is an honor roll student with 3.8 GPA. She plans to further her education by attending the Florida Gulf Coast University in Fort Myers, majoring in nursing. Samantha Thurman. Samantha Thurman is being escorted by her parents, Dawn Scott and Nick Thurman, and her sister, Cheyenne Thurman. Samantha has been a varsity dazzler for 3 years. She is also involved in choir. She plans to further her education by attending the University of South Florida, majoring in education. Hannah Hadaway. Hannah Hadaway is being escorted by her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Hadaway. This is Hannah's first year as a varsity dazzler. Throughout her years at Palmetto High, Hannah has participated in FFA, yearbook, and TV club. Hannah plans to further her education in business management at SCF. Aaliyah Brinson. Aaliyah Brinson is being escorted by her mother, Nikki Pompey, and father, Horace Brinson. This is her first year on the Dazzlers. Aaliyah is on the honor roll. She plans to further her education attending Florida A&M University or Bethune-Cookman University, majoring in business administration and management. Josephine Hoffner. Josephine Hoffner is being escorted by her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Alec and Carolyn Hoffner. Josephine has been a PHS cheerleader for 4 years and is currently the varsity captain. She is the president of the Student Government Association and is the 2018 Miss Palmetto. Josephine plans to attend the University of Florida and major in food and resource economics with a minor in ag communications. After earning her bachelor's degree, she plans to pursue a law degree specializing in agriculture. Macy Kenzior. Macy Kenzior is escorted by her parents, John and Rachel Kenzior. Macy has been a cheerleader for 3 years and is a 2-year varsity member. Macy is involved in student government, TSA, and MAMZELS. She is also involved in youth ministry at Day Spring, where she leads youth retreat weekends. Macy plans to attend the University of South Florida to major in communication sciences and disorders with a minor in sign language. Tierra Smith. Tierra Smith is being escorted by her mother and father. Tierra has been a part of the track team all 4 years here at PHS. She has also cheered on varsity for the last 3 years and plays on the girls' flag football team. Tierra is an honor roll student maintaining a 3.5 GPA. She plans to further her education at Florida A&M, majoring in biochemistry. Haley Bushy. Haley Bushy is being escorted by her cheer coach, Rachel Mail. Haley is a varsity cheerleader and maintains a 3.5 GPA. She plans to attend the University of South Florida with a major in nursing and a minor in business.
Hey, Brian Varnador.
Today's
back here
color
in the
guard
box,
is being presented
and
by
wanted to,
Palmetto High School
say
JROTC
amazing
members.
that performance
Members of
there.
the
Some
color
of those
guard
GPAs
are
out there very intimidating tonight, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. I was impressed with all the community service and church work and plants. I mean, what an exciting group.
Well, for me, it just verifies how old all of us are getting as we sit here and we look at some of those football players that we remember as freshmen. Now they are seniors. They're going to be leaving us. I'm thinking, how quickly did that pass us by? Just unbelievable. Just a great bunch of men and women that are going to be moving on and hopefully one day come back and just give back to this community.
All right, the captains on the field tonight. You have Anthony Marino out there along with Derek Marino, Reese Lyons, and we also have, can't get the number there, Johnny Jones out there, captains of the team. Now we're going to have a break for the national anthem. Let's all stand, remove our hats, and be respectful for our country.
Umpire Scott Jacobs, head linesman Andrew Myers, line judge Steve Tuttle, back judge Thomas Metter, and clock operator Wes Fritz. Please stand at this time for the singing of our national anthem. Led by Anthony Parker.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, gentlemen, now that the most important part of the program is complete, let's talk about some football. You know, Ken, I was looking at, and Rick, we're going to go through this. Of course, it is senior night here tonight, but let's talk about Palmetto a little bit. Here we're loading up a lot on Venice Tigers, but I wanted to talk about this balanced Palmetto High offense. And check this out. Anthony Marito, 42 attempts for 343 yards, 8.7 per rush, 12 TDs. Receiving, he's even got one of those for a couple. And then passing, 110 for 160. So 110 completions out of 160 attempts for 1,788 yards, a 68.75% completion ratio with 19 TDs. You know, Tom Porter, I don't know if I've got you live here. I think you have a QBR rating versus the two quarterbacks in the game. And what do you have for me, Tom?
I do, but we're actually being rushed here, so I'm going to go ahead and get the interview with Coach Marina real quick.
Okay.
Coach, obviously, huge game this week, Venice. Every year, it's a tough game, one of our biggest foes in our district. Talk about the preparation this week in preparation for Venice.
Say that again, I couldn't hear you.
Talk about the team's preparation this week preparing for Venice.
Well, they're excited. You know, this is what we work for, to put ourselves in a big-time high school atmosphere like this, to, you know, compete for a championship. So, yeah, the kids are excited.
Have you seen anything from Venice this year that scares you, that makes you think that we're going to have trouble moving the ball on them? Have you seen anything that stands out?
Well, they're a great football team, but, you know, our kids are battle-tested, and we feel our experience on offense. We got 8 guys coming back, played in a lot of big games over the last 2 years, and, you know, we feel like we can score points. So if you can score points, you got a chance.
All right, thanks, Coach. All right, back to you.
All right, hey, thank you very much, Tom Porter, for that interview with Coach Marino there, looking for the action here. You're going to have the quarterback there. This Sessa is the kicker for Riverview, or excuse me, for
Venice.
For the team for Venice here, and Sessa is a very dangerous wide receiver that we had talked about earlier. So we're going to kick things off, and during the game we'll get back to you with some stats a little bit later on in the production.
One thing, talking to Coach Marina before the game, he with the wind blowing the way it is, it was very imperative that we win the toss so that in the second half we could have the wind at our back in the fourth quarter. He was already planning who's going to score last is what his mindset was to win the game.
All right, get a kick out of great service from DeVito's Auto, located in Ellington, Florida. Sesta approaches the ball, and the kick and it's a long kick, and that's going to be well out of the end zone, kicking with the wind at his back. So the Palmetto Tigers will have it 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line.
So we talk about this every game, gentlemen, but tonight it's very important that we start early, that we score quickly. We've been notorious with offensively just kind of starting a little too slow, trying to get our bearings or whatever. But we got to score tonight, and we know just like with Braden River, it could be just whoever has the ball last wins the ball game, right? So we just got to make sure that we get some points on the board here. If we can get it this first drive, Kenny, that would be a huge plus.
All right, over here we have Curtis Thomas wide. Marino's in the backfield. Butler in motion, fakes it, option to the right side of the field, looking to get a block is Johnny Jones. He's tackled there. Good tackle on the play by number 32, and that's a very talented Merlene Lewis, the DN. No gain on the play. That brings up 2nd and 10.
I like the call. They're running a little option there to we don't do that too very often, but enough to be a little different to start out.
Palmetto runs up the middle of the field. Big hole, gaping hole, big hit in the middle of the field after about a 6-yard gain on the play.
Yeah,
so Johnny Jones.
Good job by the O-line. That's what you're going to see, that first play that we ran. They're going to be very disciplined. It may not be the quickest defensive front that we have faced all year, but they're going to maintain their position. They're not going to get tricked of coming out and being out of position. So that was a big hole right up the middle. Good job by the O-line.
So that goes for an 8-yard gain for Johnny Jones. A big one here, 3rd and 2 with 11:03 on the clock here in the first quarter. Marino takes out of the shotgun, fakes a handoff, throws it out there, and Kobe Mays goes down to get that, and it's going to be called incomplete. So that's going to bring up a punting situation for these Palmetto Tigers. Looked like Kobe may have got his hands underneath that one. Pretty close.
Looks like the referees are they all agree that that's going to be an incomplete pass. Just a little quick. Anthony threw that ball a little quick, trying to get it out a little low. Kobe almost made a great catch, getting his hands underneath it, but
it'll be interesting to see how Marino punts into the wind.
Very strong
It's
wind.
10-mile-an-hour wind, and we're going to be dealing with it all night.
And it's going to be a very difficult catch there. Back there to receive this one is Noah Carr. Looks at that one. And it's there. It's on the ground. And there's the Palmetto Tigers on the ball.
There we go. There's the
Palmetto Tigers at the 50.
There's that break that we hardly ever get from Venice, and that was just a good job by the punt return team getting down there and covering up that fumble, buddy.
And this will make any 3 and out just go away with new life here. And what's going to be important is taking advantage of this.
Yeah, that couldn't get the number on the.
It was Noah Carr with it. Didn't get the number of the Tiger.
He took his eyes off the ball just as he was about to catch it. Maybe he heard some footsteps, don't know, but.
Well, kicking into the wind, and as I was watching Marino, he had a little knuckle on it.
He sure did.
And if you do take your eyeballs off of it, you're going to lose it, and that's what happened.
Looks like Braden Nichols is the one that recovered that.
Man, and that's Braden Nichols with a fumble recovery. Now Palmetto Tigers in motion. That's going to bring up a 1st and 15 false start. But, as Derek, who's been Derek Marino here on senior night, he's been a possession receiver. He's a fantastic defensive back punting the ball. It's like, the catcher gives you the fastball 1, curveball 2, gave him the knuckleball sign. That thing came out of there and very difficult to catch in this wind, as we mentioned right before the play. And Noah Carr, there's that big end, and ball's on the ground, and it's still on the ground, picks it up, and then Cameron makes the play. Now that's the big defensive end, number 32, Marlene Lewis, coming in there for a big hit on Marino.
He was completely unblocked here. Watch him just come right there. Anthony had no chance.
Guys, it looked like number 60 didn't move. The offensive line, the offensive tackle didn't even move. Just stood there and watched him run by.
And just like that, Venice has got a short field.
Well, how the fortunes have changed here. Thank you for that Rico sideline report there, Tom Porter. Now, Big Wolf is back there, and he's the 6'6", 225 quarterback. Looks, hands the ball off, and it's going to be Gregory. The middle of the field goes for about a 6-yard gain.
Yeah, we're going to have to get that push off the defensive line tonight, guys. We're not going to be able just to, sit back there and hope that, we can maintain the integrity of the D-line. We're going to have to make it happen. Here we go. There's number 9. There's Day Hill making a good hit there on Wolf there for Venice.
Yeah, and that's the younger brother there. That is going to be number 9, Weston Wolf, out there on a hitch, and Day-Day Hill coming in there to make a nice tackle. But it's only third and about a little less than a yard on this. Hayden Wolf waiting to take this one out of the shotgun. Now they're moving the change, calling their first down. I really did think it's Ford. He did get driven back. It looked like he had the first down looking at it live. So there's the first down for the Venice Indians. Hayden Wolf is coming out there. He's got the big tight end, rolls over to the left-hand side of the formation. Brandon Gregory takes the ball, and he's going to be tackled there and after about a 4-yard gain on the play.
Yeah, it looked like Matty White came through from the linebacker spot and wrapped up on that tackle. Get another look here.
And big Weston Wolf, right there. 6'4" receiver out here wide, but it's Brandon Gregory up the middle, big hit. And it's another first down for the Venice Indians, driving, knocking on the door here in the red zone.
I mean, I have heard of hurry up, but they are sprinting.
Yeah, and right now they're pushing us off the line of scrimmage. We're going to have to get a stop here and get off these blocks, guys. There.
So it's first and goal from the 8. Hayden Wolf back there with Brandon Gregory in the backfield. He has Sam Whitney out here wide in the slot. And so he takes it. He's looking the whole way, looks to the left, throws it in there. Picked off.
Picked off.
That's going to be Gulp. He's at the 10. He's at the 15. He's at the 30. And he's going to be tackled at the 31-yard line.
That's going to be Wester, I do believe.
Is that John Wester?
Looks like John Wester.
John Wester, yes.
Oh, my.
See the replay.
On senior night, boys.
Oh,
on
my.
senior
That's
night.
the way to do it.
Good job, John Wester.
All right, Tiger fans, here with 9 minutes and 6 seconds remaining here in this exciting first quarter. We've had 3 turnovers here. So Wolf looks, he rips a long throw out there, and that is excellent call there by the defensive coordinator. Great play by John Wester. And look at the speed. So here you go, Palmetto Tigers looking to start things off. Good field position at the 32-yard line.
He threw that in triple coverage.
Yeah, just a...
He's going to pay for that.
He got overconfident with that great throwing arm of his. Johnny Jones, and he goes for about 3.5, 4-yard run on the game. Nice game.
Well, Rick, they've been playing good, but let's put together a drive.
Well,
here.
we're going to have to, just continue. I think we need to run this ball a little bit and allow this O-line to get warmed up.
Luke Gullett had a fine block on that one, and Johnny Jones still on his feet, and he's got the first down and more. Your Palmetto Tigers.
Yeah, I think that we can do some good things against this D-line if we can just get this team in rhythm here and just push them off the line like they were doing us. I like this quick, hurry-up offense. Don't give them time to substitute. Don't give them time to catch a breath. I like it.
8 minutes and 39 seconds. This game is going fast. These teams are playing very up-tempo. Johnny Jones, fake. It's Marino. He's got it, and he's got it for a 6-yard gain on the play. Nice fake.
You know, when you can run the ball and on that option, nice fake, and they don't look for him, and he took advantage of that.
Just got to keep them guessing, guys.
That's exactly right.
So it's the 2nd and 4, 8 minutes and 8 seconds here on the clock in the first quarter. Marino fakes it, looks out. He's got a receiver. It's Butler, and there's that shake that we were looking for. He's got the first down and more. Still going. He's at the 30. He's at the 20, the 10, and he is out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That's a shake and bake. Take it out of the oven, bake it again, and put a little bit more shake on it.
You know what? It's one of those things. You can do a lot. You can be in the right place at the wrong time. But when you got receivers like Butler out here, he's going to be at the wrong place at the right time with his elusive moves.
Look at him.
Mercy.
Hey, it's Halloween, man. And that was a treat.
That was a treat, yes.
Wow, what a dynamic rushing play by Adravian Bubba Butler. Marino keeps it. Looking for the edge. He gets a good block out there. And he's going to be tackled just short of the goal line at the 1-yard line.
Get up and sneak it in. Yeah. Watch for Marino to line up under center and just sneak this thing in.
Hey, let's just get it done right now.
Yeah, finish this. We got to finish.
7 minutes, 47. Marino hands it off the middle of the field. Big hit on the middle of the play. Spinning, driving forward is Butler. He's going to be stopped just a bit short of the goal line. So it's going to be now third and inches.
We're in 2-down territory, gentlemen. We have got to put this in the box.
I agree with you, Kenny. I really think that we're going to have to we're going to have to score a touchdown here and let them know that we have got the people in place to power their way in and force their will.
Anthony Marino, quarterback sneak. He's in there. Touchdown, Palmetto Tigers.
I don't see a signal yet. I don't see hands
Get
up
your
yet.
hands up.
Come on, get them up.
There they are.
There we go.
There it is. Your Palmetto Tigers take the lead.
Look at Anthony is pumped up too, boys. He is pumped up.
And one thing that you'll see on that play, I don't know if we'll pick it up on our replay, but what Anthony did, and you can do now, he got a tremendous help push from one of the offensive left guard there, was right on his hip, and pushes his into here. Let's have a little help there, Anthony. Plunges forward, first down for the touchdown. Now, the very important extra point. Hayden with the snap is down, the kick is up, and it's good for Gonzalez. So your Palmetto Tigers, 7-11 on the clock, are leading this one 7-0.
So did we start fast?
We started fast. It almost ended fast, and then we started fast again. So this is good. I mean, it was a very, very bizarre first 2 minutes of the ball game, but we settled down, got the ball back after a great interception by John Wester, and the important thing, we drove down the field and scored 7. But I'll tell you this, both guys, these extra points will be critical tonight.
They will be. The net result is we scored first, and that's very important. When you haven't beaten the team in a long time and you set the groundwork, and hey, we're here for real.
I'm going to have to settle down because I feel like I'm out there on that field.
I
feel more hyped up than I've been all year. I'm going to have to slow down a little bit.
What I was looking forward tonight is the play from Butler coming down, and the reception on a short pass, and then being in space, and to see if the speedy, our guys are so dynamic out there, and you could see the speed disparity between the backside, the defensive secondary for Venice and the Palmetto Tigers. Now Gonzalez approaches this one, and he kicks into that win. Nice kick.
Nice.
That's a beautiful kick. Trouble. It's on the 11-yard line. He's trying to hit the sideline. He's got a little bit of a crease. Good play there by the defensive unit. Ball's on the 15-yard line.
Great coverage.
With that win
to get somebody inside the 20. That's gold. Making him have to go 86 yards to score. Come on, let's see. Come on, defense.
And that back, that's Brian Taylor, and we've seen that young man is a very talented back there. So great kick by Gonzalez into the wind. That was an amazing kick into about I'd say 15 to 17 mile per hour wind tonight. 7 minutes, 4 seconds on the clock. Venice takes the ball, and that's going to be Wolf out of the shotgun. Looks, and he throws it out there. Boy, good coverage. And that is Sam Whitney. There's that possession receiver. That kid never drops a pass.
Yeah, that's Mike Goff on the tackle. And the good thing about that is Mike, that's his man. He is where he needed to be, makes a solo tackle.
Got to make the tackles tonight.
2nd and 5, and this time it's Gregory keeps it, and he goes for about a 2-yard gain. So that brings up a 3rd and about 3 here, guys.
So we know this is going to be a very physical game, and we're just going to have to hang in there with them all night, and hopefully we can wear them down before they wear us down.
All right, Venice with 2 receivers on this side of the field. Wolf takes it, hands it off to Gregory, and he's going to be tackled right at the marker. Looks like he's got the first down.
He's going to have it.
Yeah. So he's good, and we haven't talked much about that young man, but Brandon Gregory is an excellent back here for Venice, as you would expect. It looked like Matty Wyatt on the play. Hayden Wolf, and there's Ware going across the formation. He dumps it out there, and it's going to be a nice catch on the sideline, but it goes for only a 4-yard gain on the play, 5-yard gain on the play.
Yeah, that's going to be Mike Goff on the tackle once again. So we know how powerful Mike is. And as long as he just maintains his position and stays where he needs to be, he'll be critical tonight for us.
Weston Wolf is out here with Cole Kendrick and Sam Whitney, 3 on this side of the formation. Hands off to Gregory, and he cuts inside. Nice jump cut there. Goes for about a 2-yard gain on the play. There's Brandon Waiters doing his thing, turning that play inside.
Also, there's Mike Goff wrapping him up as Brandon.
Low.
Yeah.
So Brandon Waiters turns the play inside. Mike Goff comes back from a long way back in the secondary to make
another
play.
3rd down.
3rd and 3. Palmetto Tigers rolling it up. Brandon Waiters in the middle of the field. It looks like they got Matty Wyatt over there, kind of in a hybrid rush, bandit back type situation coming off the left D end. So a little bit of a tricky formation here. Here comes White. They've got it, and that's nice coverage over there by Wester.
Yep.
Excellent job of not allowing that 6'5" receiver go where he wanted to go.
Yeah, basically he wanted to throw that little, back shoulder pass, but he couldn't get turned around because we had great coverage. You're going to go for it on 4th down here, guys?
No,
yes, they're going to
punt. They're going to punt this one away. And I think that's number 50 that's going to go out there and punt. And the punter there is Dustin Smith, the junior.
He probably doesn't punt very much.
Don't jump off sides.
We know who we got returning. The very dangerous Jonte Wester.
Terrible punt.
Get away from it.
Terrible punt.
It went
takes
out
a
of bounds.
great roll, but it goes out of bounds at the 30. So the Palmetto Tigers in pretty good starting position here. 4 minutes and 56 seconds in this first quarter.
They're making me tired with all this.
I was just going to say that. You guys are going to get tired standing up the whole game now.
Hey.
I'm just saying.
I'll get tired if we win this ball game. All
whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Tom.
I've been excited since Brian Varnador got me working on it yesterday. Looking at this Venice offense. This offense this year for Venice is it's never been very flashy, but it's been very good over the years. But against Braden River, we saw him several times just barely getting the first down. Did not seem to be the Venice of old. So definitely something this defense can handle tonight. Back to you.
Thank you very much for that Rico sideline report. Tom, I'm having a little problem with my earbuds, so I want to ask my co-workers here, Ken and Rick, to help me on that.
Okay.
So when we go to Tom, I'm going to need a little help. But what an exciting game here so far. 4 minutes, 56 seconds remain here in this first quarter. Palmetto's going to bring the ball out into this win. Palmetto gets so much press for being such a passing team. But, you might see a lot of running here tonight from this Palmetto Tiger offense.
Yeah, I think it comes down to who's going to wear out who. That's what they're trying to accomplish.
Well, with this many plays, this fast, there's going to be some tired defenses tonight. Anthony Marino, and he has Butler in motion, hands the ball off, looking for a crease, and he goes right back to the line of scrimmage. So really Wester coming around there. So that's 4 minutes and 47 seconds. It's about second and 11.
Yeah, the good thing here is that Bubba has been able to rest that ankle the last 3 weeks. He's healthy. Looking for some big things from him tonight.
Marino takes it, keeps it,
and
he's got a big lane. Get a block out there. He got it. He's at the 45, 40, 30, and down at the 25-yard line is Anthony Marino.
What a great read on that option. If we can watch that again.
Yeah, I'll tell you that on tape, you haven't seen a lot of that from Anthony. We've seen those for short distances, but you haven't seen him really take a second and 10.
And I don't know what Anthony's 40 time, but
4.7.
But when he gets between the lines, I was just about to say that. It looks like he's about a 4.7 going down there. And he got tripped up in the backfield, somehow kept his feet, plunges forward for a positive gain. How did Johnny do that? And they said his knee was down for a 2-yard loss, but it looked like he put his hand on the ground and was able to knife forward. But that's a 2-yard loss on the play. Got tangled up with the offensive lineman there. Justee, the senior, Mike Justee, St. Justee. All right, Marino, 4 minutes, even on the clock. Looks over here. He's got Curtis Thomas out here with LaJonte Wester. Johnny Jones in the backfield. Nice play over there, and the ball's thrown a little low, but and I thought he caught that one. That was
Well, let me tell you,
Kobe May's got his hands underneath that ball, but that's going to be dead right there.
I think that the wind may be affecting that ball.
Well, yeah, he's throwing into the wind, so that's probably why they're a little low.
I still believe that Kobe got his hands under that one, but that brings up a 3rd and 11.
Yeah, compared to the other one that they did, the little slant, this one was the catch.
All right, it is 3rd down and 11 here for the Tigers. Kobe May's out here wide right. Marino going with an empty backfield. 3 receivers out there on the left. Venice is coming. Watch the pressure from the DN. Nice sit down there, and the ball is thrown behind the receiver, and it looks like we may have an injury there.
Yeah, that's going to be Bubba. He got hit as he's trying to lean back and make that catch. He takes a hit in an awkward position.
And here with the ball spotted at the 26-yard line, kicking in the teeth of that wind, you really have to go for it here. So it'll be an interesting call to see what Palmetto does coming out of this play.
The wind is really strong coming out of the out of that north there and
west.
I like throwing it up to Kobe Mays. Get off, Anthony. Throw it early. All right, he's got a receiver. He's open out there. Johnny Jones shakes the tackler, lunges forward, past the 10. First down, Palmetto Tigers.
That's a great play call by Coach Ty, Coach Marino. A great pass by Anthony, and exactly what we needed there because they were trying to put the heat on us. He gets the ball out of his hands quickly to wide open Johnny Jones.
And they sent the house on that, and Anthony played that perfect.
A great read by Marino. Johnny Jones running hard. You know, one thing, Johnny's the leading rusher on the team, but
Yes,
Johnny
he is.
averages 12.38 yards per reception also. Very effective receiver coming out of the backfield.
The big thing here, guys, is this gives the offensive line a lot of confidence knowing that they can hang in here with this defensive front for Venice. He's got to keep pounding them.
Second down, Marino looks, he keeps it, quarterback draw, middle of the field, and he tries to shake a tackle and
Nice
does.
job.
Ball's going to be down
Nice
at the
job.
2-yard line.
That's just, hey, that was an extra 2 yards he picked up with somebody hanging off of his jersey like a sled. Good job by Anthony.
And really did a great job of shaking and getting past that last tackler there. I didn't pick up a number on that, but now your Palmetto Tigers have it 3rd and 3.
Two-down territory.
Two-down territory from here.
You've got all kinds of possibilities here.
And definitely in field goal range here for the Tiger. Now we're going to have a timeout. That's going to be the Palmetto Tigers' first timeout of the game, guys. And,
Yeah, that's a
what-
good.
Here on
Yeah.
senior night, you wanted to see some great Florida high school football. You're getting it here tonight.
And that's a good time, a good time to call
Yes.
this for Coach Marino. Kenny, once again, we got to get in the end zone. We got to make this a 2-score game. We have to take advantage of every opportunity that we have. We got to put 7 on the board here tonight. And as much as we love the field goals, we've got to kick only when we have to. And we got to get in there. And we got to continue to dominate.
Yes, absolutely. They have been going real hard here in this first quarter, and all we need is 3 yards. So let's just take a break here, regroup, and maybe pull something out of the bag of tricks here to get this ball into the end zone.
And the good thing here, guys, is that the defense has been able to take a breather, and
Yes.
that's something that we haven't been able to enjoy with some of these big games. But they're fresh again. So when they do come out here, they'll be ready for that hurry-up offense that Venice is running as well.
So what an exciting game here. 2 minutes and 30 seconds here in the first quarter. Your Palmetto Tigers driving ball on the 3-yard line.
So a jet sweep maybe, or run the triple option.
Well,
Johnny Jones fakes, and then Marino throws it up high. Look at
Touchdown.
there, wide open receiver.
Wow.
Kobe May.
That was too
Kobe
easy.
Bryant.
That was too easy.
And I'll tell you what.
He was wide open.
Watch Anthony Marino on the replay.
Guys,
My goodness.
one of the refs blew a whistle right in the middle of that play, and I'm standing right here at it. There was a whistle blown right in the middle of that play.
So did they call the play dead before it
Well,
started?
they're over there discussing it right now.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on now.
Oh, they are going to bring this back, gentlemen.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on.
Somebody is. That's
Coach Marino.
Coach Marino is a
livid.
little livid here.
2 minutes and 25 seconds. Your Palmetto Tigers score. And, Anthony has made an adjustment throwing the ball into this heavy wind. I thought he had thrown that thing out of the back of the end zone as I saw it left his hand.
And the thing is, he took a shot as soon as he let go of it.
Yeah, what do you got, Tom?
Guys, the judge on the side here right in front of me is the one that blew the whistle, and then he acted like nothing happened, almost like he made a mistake and just kept on going with the play after the whistle was blown. He didn't try to stop play at all. He was standing right in front of me.
So they called that dead? They called that play dead?
Looks like
it appears.
That's incredible. That really is.
Unbelievable. And you saw with the heavy pressure, Marino threw the ball out early.
Watch him get hammered
incredible.
right there and throws it perfect timing.
And I thought he had thrown it out the back of the end zone.
I did
It
too.
Settled in so nicely.
I did. Nice touch.
I tell you what.
Amazing. Now Marino, one back in the backfield, and Butler's in motion across the formation. Marino keeps it. He's mad, and he's driving forward. He's going to be short of the goal line.
Wow,
and coming
how
in
about
late.
that?
There's
Here
a
we
personal
go.
foul.
That's going to be a first down and a late hit.
Give us a first down ball at the 6-inch line. So that's going to be a first down for the Tigers as they sort this one out. A very late hit there.
Yeah, we needed a little bit of luck on that play after a crazy whistle from the mystery ref. I mean, guys, I've never seen that before.
Well, Did you see in the NFL where they actually fired an official for the first time ever? So maybe.
But I mean, if you blew the whistle and you didn't mean to, you can stop the
own
play.
up to it.
Yeah, just
Own
put your
up to
hands
it.
up.
Yes.
Everybody reset.
And Tom, who was it that came over there and blasted Marino when he was on the ground? Was that John Dart, number 55?
No, that was number 25. I believe his last name is Gia Colon.
Okay.
Yes, exactly right.
And the hit was great. The guy had a great hit on him, but then he landed on top of him and kind of wiggled on him and then tried to rip the ball out of his hand after the play was whistled dead.
Okay, Tom, I want to let you know Nick Batchelder, the Wiz, has come up here and he's got my headset fixed, so I got you live here. And great to hear you with that Rico sideline delivery. And the Palmetto Tigers now in great position. Now this is
okay.
I wouldn't sneak Anthony here.
Okay, I'm confused because they're calling that they're still calling it 4th down and 1. So what is it? They just moved to half the distance from the goal.
So now Anthony takes it. Johnny Jones running hard. Great block out there. Touchdown. And let me tell
Same
you.
result.
Wow.
We'll take it.
I guess because it was a foul after the play. I don't know what to.
I'll tell you what, that pancake block over there, did you get a number on that one, Tom Porter? I think it was.
Look for it.
I didn't catch the number, but I'm getting excited like you guys. I was just going to tell you, this is what championship teams do. They get down, they have things go against them, and they still find a way to score.
Number 60.
Yes, that was sweet.
That is.
Finished him.
Oh, Ethan Ingram just said, "How do you do?" And with a pancake block. There it is, and it's kicked. The kick is up and good. Your Palmetto Tigers lead this one now 14-0, 2 minutes and 12 in the first quarter.
Ref just confirmed with me that was an inadvertent whistle on his part.
Oh, okay, inadvertent on the touchdown score. Now, what about on a personal foul down there? It's not an automatic first down.
I guess it was a dead ball foul. Yes,
that would be the explanation.
Yeah, that's a Kenny question.
No, I'm asking you guys.
It was a dead ball foul for sure.
That's the only thing it could be.
Okay, that's it. That's a good call.
So 4th and 1, took care of business. Finished the drive like we talked about before the game. We got to score touchdowns, get in that end zone. 2 for 2.
I'm just going to piggyback off what Tom said. I mean, it's very important. You go through that adversity. You go through a very, very, critical whistle that takes points off the board, and you can fall right then and there and just feel sorry for yourself, but you come back, you get those 7 points.
A very short and high kick by Gonzalez. It takes a bounce. The ball's live, and he picks it up, and he's tackled at the 5-yard line. Special teams tonight coming through for the Tigers.
I've never seen, with the wind blowing in your face, how difficult it is to cover a kick like that.
Well, Gabe Avendano hustles down there, makes a tackle on their very fine returner, Brian Taylor. So Venice now is going to take this ball to give him forward progress at the 9-yard line.
And Rick, all of our practice with all these kickoffs this year, with all these points, has paid off so far.
Yes, it has.
Gregory is in the backfield with big Hayden Wolf. He looks out there, hands it to Gregory. Good defense. Charles Miller involved in the play, and it goes for about a 3-yard gain on the play.
Yeah, so hopefully the offense is really just pumping up the defense. They were able to sit over there and get a drink of water and get their breath back. They should be refreshed and ready to go here.
And they got a lot of field behind them too. That's a good thing.
Weston Wolf is out here wide, and he's got Sam Whitney out there. There's a handoff. Gregory in the backfield. Great tackle there, and that's going to be John Bembry on senior night.
Absolutely. John's going to we need a big game out of him, and he delivers, making it a nice 3rd and 7.
Now it looks like there was a flag on the sideline over there.
Yeah, I see it. It's way.
Sideline warning.
Sideline warning against Venice over there. So 2nd and 7.
I'm not a big fan of that. A game like this, let the coaches coach.
Yeah, who cares? Now, minute and 34 seconds, and Weston's going to throw. Wolf is throwing this strong wind at his back, and he throws it out there. Good coverage there, and that's going to be about a yard and a half short of the first down.
Maybe about 2 yards. It's going to be 4th down.
Third down.
Oh, the 3rd down? I thought that.
Yeah, it seems like we're missing a down here.
It seems to me like we missed a down.
That's our 3rd down. This is 4th down.
It is 4th down. Okay, they just corrected it.
That is
listen,
correct.
I'm not good at Common Core math, but I know we stopped him on 3 plays.
Well, they had it wrong on the marker and
we
on
only
the board,
need one hand tonight, so we can get it.
What is this? They're going for it. I don't know if they were aware of it, but they get it. Gregory with a big run there. He goes for a nice gain on the play. And
we were not even set for anything. We were not ready for it.
So, and hats off to Venice for doing that and taking advantage of that in a critical game. We've seen that happen.
Yeah,
with,
but we were not ready.
With some fake punts, so they probably caught that in film study.
Gregory's in the backfield there with Big Wolf, and he gets the ball in middle of the field, nothing doing, and that one's going to go for no gain, a loss of about half a yard on the play.
So right now the defensive front's really stepping up, man, and they're doing exactly what we need them to do. And, you know, we got to contain that running game, which we are, and then these corners are going to have to step up like they have done the first quarter.
Maddie Wyatt, the filler, was up there to fill that hole. You got to watch him throwing the ball underneath in that soft spot in the zone. Now he looks and he's throwing downfield, and that one's going to be caught and dropped.
He dropped it.
So that was
Wolf,
Weston Wolf. First down, but he dropped the ball.
Well,
hit him right in the bread basket.
I don't know why he was wide open, and I see now they don't have Wester in the game. They got
Crawford. Crawford's out here.
Crawford.
Crawford is out here in coverage, and it's 3 covering 2 at the moment here for the Tigers. And we're running a kind of a strong zone look on the strong side of the field.
Get some pressure on him.
Looking, he throws it out there. It's a screen to there's a
Flag.
holding back.
It's coming back.
Oh my goodness, what a hit!
Yeah, let's see if we can pick that up.
Who was that peeling back to get that huge hit on that play?
So let's see what.
That may have been Rump that came up with that hit.
I think it was Rump that came over there and put a licking on them. Oh, they're going to pick up the flag now.
Really?
Guys, there was about 3 holds on that play on that offensive line.
I clearly saw one of them out there, so now it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Hey, did someone blow a whistle, Tom? I don't know how that could not be a flag. Somebody blow a whistle?
They did. They blew a whistle.
Okay.
So now it's 3rd and 3.
All right, here we go.
So
it's fourth down, guys.
It's fourth down. Here they go again.
It's 4th, and here we go again. They fake it, and he keeps it, and he runs for the first down.
What are we
and
doing?
More. And, you know, we got the marker wrong on the sideline over there. And what?
Yeah, those are our own people over there. They got to get the markers right. But that's such a huge thing over there. I don't think they thought. I think the Venice thought that was a 3rd down. Very gutsy call there coming off of that. And now 12 seconds on the clock. And now Weston keeps that, runs forward, and he's got a crease, big hit, and he goes down after a gain on the play. And actually what they did there, they were able to slip Brian Taylor back there in the backfield, so he picked up a first down on the play.
Yeah, see, they're changing up. They're going back. They're going to a wildcat basically right now.
And that's probably what we haven't seen, and it's hard to. Yeah, you got to figure it out. And
they did the wildcat for both of those fourth down conversions.
That's exactly right.
And they're just giving Gregory the ball, and they just did that. And each time they've done that, they've picked up a good 5-6 yards. So we're going to have to change.
It's a perfect time for the end of the quarter to get an adjustment.
Slow them down a little bit.
All right, let's take it to the commercial break.
Hi, I'm Susan Conley, and I am a breast cancer survivor, and I take this personal. In 2015, I was diagnosed with triple-negative breast cancer. Grandmothers, mothers, and daughters are being diagnosed every day. This month, we are joining the fight against breast cancer and donating $100 for every vehicle sold. Join me and my family in the fight to defeat breast cancer. Conley Buick GMC, where we treat you like family.
Back to TigerVision as presented by Conley Buick GMC. Now the big news here, the Venice Indians are taking this ball 2nd and inches here into that driving wind here at Harley Stadium. Weston looks down the field. He throws it long. It's going to hang up there in the air. And there's a nice play by that receiver. And you know, what we've seen there is Whitney. Now that was not Whitney out there. That was Cessna, right? Cessna?
Yeah, that's Derek. Yeah, Derek Marino on the coverage. And he was just a step behind him. Couldn't
that may be because he extended his right hand and pushed off at that last second.
Right there,
well.
yeah, we're seeing it on replay now.
So big catch there. I think that was by Sessa. That's that dangerous receiving kicker that they have out there. Long ball into the wind, made a very fine adjustment, and may have sneaked in a little push off on that. It's 11:56 on the clock here. Venice has the ball on the 9-yard line.
Here we want to bend but don't break. Okay, yeah, they made a big play. Let's regroup. Let's play our defense and I want to see that kicker kick a lot of field goals here.
Well, I know it's 1st and 10. We still got 3rd and 6 on the scoreboard. Don't look at that, guys.
So now they're running the back in the backfield, hands the ball off there, and he's touched down to the 1 yard line. Excellent tackle coming up there to make a play was John Wester.
Yeah, we've got to get our linebackers back into the gap here. I don't know what's happening these last couple of runs, but we're seeing some huge holes there on the right side of the Venice O-line.
And that they've had a change there. That goes forward to Gregory.
Touchdown.
And that should be a touchdown, and it is. So what the wrinkle that they put in here is they put Nico Della Costa. That is a junior there, 6 foot, 195. He came in on the last series, very effective. So a little bit more of a running presence than Wolf, and showing that he's very effective at leading the offense. So they've got 6 points on the board here, pinning the extra point. And it's a good snap. Kick is down, and it's up, and it is good. That's John Saki that was able to make that kick. And a long snapper there is Vincenzo Anthony, number 42. So here with 11:23, Palmetto will have the ball. They're going to kick this one off into the teeth of that wind. Gentlemen, I look for a big return here from Jonte West.
Yeah, well, hopefully Jonte can pick up the ball and catch it easier than what we saw from the Venice returners.
This is a gift that we get for a cold front going through as we look at the first quarter stats. Well, we weren't expecting to have any opportunity to run a kickoff back, and we might get one here.
I was just going to jump in there real quick, guys. I was talking to Coach Robbie Stevenson. He was speaking with the kicker after that big kick last time, and he said what they're doing is he's telling the kicker to kick it high because the wind is bringing it back. So hopefully our guys are understanding that. I'm sure Coach Stevenson gave them that same information, and they'll be able to get underneath this one.
Wow, so our returners are up there at the 19-yard line, and watching this young man, Sessa, watching him kick, you know, he's been kicking it to the back line of the end zone.
They need to back up.
Need to back up to about the 11. You know, I would say back up to the 11.
You can always run up to it.
Correct. So they're creeping back. That's looking a little better at the 15-yard line and waiting to receive this. Come on.
They were looking because they line up on the ball. They were preparing for an onside kick.
So across the line of scrimmage here, Jonte Wester back there, and this is a big one. Sessa kicks it off. It's a high, short kick, and it needs to be caught there. Nice catch. Excellent job there. And we'll pick up a number. I think that might have been Mike Goff going back.
It looked like number 10 having a hard time picking it up. He's coming across.
Apparently, they respect our speed back there and opted not to kick it to LaJonte.
And there's another thing about Jonte Wester. Teams, Palmetto offense, one of the reasons we have so much scoring with this offense because teams kick it away from him. And that was an effective kick getting to the 25. But it's been very positive for the field position for the Tigers all season long.
So, look, guys, we knew that Venice was going to score. We're not trying to come in here and think we're going to hang a goose egg on them, but we're just going to have to continue to score offensively.
I like the look over here with the 3 receivers and kind of a zone over here. And Marino takes it, hands it off, and it's going to be tackled for about right at the line of scrimmage there for Johnny Jones.
Well, so for the first time, he's going to have the wind at his back. So hopefully we can get some of those quick passes that we were having a difficult time with in the first quarter.
Yeah, now this will be interesting because what we're having, you kind of have a soft zone out here. It almost looks like, 2 covering 3 over here, which is very dangerous with the Tigers to give them that much space. This time, the way they roll it out, Kobe is out here, Mays on the sideline, 10-yard cushion, 3 receivers out on the right. And there's jet sweep and looking for a block, cutting in inside, and that's going to be Wester, and he goes for about a 2-yard loss on the play.
Big third down here.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a hard time trying to run, down the line here against these guys. Like we said earlier, they're disciplined. They're going to stay in their gaps. They're not going to get fooled. Running up the gut has really seemed to be the best way to approach this. And then, obvious passing down here. We've got trips left, Brian?
Yeah, trips left. But, another thing, there's a sideline warning on the Tigers.
I tell you what,
We got to get excited
Okay.
about this.
All
That's
right.
one on each side now.
Here's one thing about running all this jet sweep action. What it does do, and you go for a 2-yard loss there, but it takes the middle of the field, takes that Mike linebacker, and it gets him creeping out there toward the action on that jet sweep, which opens up and softens the middle of the field. So, sometimes you're setting up 2 plays. It's in sequential, and he goes for a 2-yard loss, but that's not really the plan. The plan is to get to the middle of the field. So let's see what Ty Stone has dialed up on this one. 2 receivers on each side. They're coming. And Marino looks, throws the middle of the field, and he has Johnny Jones out there, and he goes back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 4th and 10. It's going to be a very important punting situation for Derek Marino and the Palmetto Tigers. 9:29 on the clock.
Yeah, just a good job by the defense there for the Indians. They came out there, they played.
They've made their adjustments.
And
it worked well.
But we're just going to have to get back to doing what was working in that first quarter. So once again, it's a huge punt for Derek, and he's got the win at his back for the first time as well.
And Noah Carr, number 17, goes back to receive this one. Nice snap. And the kick, it's going to be
roll
spinning,
a mile.
roll,
Gotta get down there.
Go down there and cover it.
And it's going to go down at the 19-yard line. Great kick by Derek Marino.
55 yards on that. We'll take it all day.
And Derek, he's expecting that. He had that forward English on the ball. That's one you do into the wind. And he said, you know what? I'm getting pretty good at this. And he does that with the wind at his back. And 55-yard kick.
55 and impossible to get to and flip the field.
Yeah, so let's get loud, Tiger fans. Let's get focused here defensively and try to make a stop here, keep them out of the end zone, and get the offense back on the field.
They got big Zach Fryer, the tight end, out here wide to the right. They generally like to go to the left side to like bubble screen type action out of this formation, or maybe inside run. Now, I don't see Gregory back there. Brandon Gregory looks like he's been replaced by Brian Taylor in the backfield. Big tight end is wide. It's a run to the right. And it's going to be Matty Wyatt that ends up blowing that up, but not after, that was a good 8-yard gain on the play.
Did you guys catch what the 5-yard penalty was on the first down?
He got 3 yards because there was a penalty.
I did not.
They marked off 5 yards with no.
I didn't see a flag or anything. I don't know what it was.
All right.
Like a get out of jail free card.
So
it was on us.
I'm being told it was another sideline penalty.
Sideline. Well, that'd be 15. Okay, so anyway, that is Wolf in the backfield, and he had Whitney across the formation. Rolls. He's looking on the out and up, looking good position there. Oh, great defense.
And we've got a penalty. We're going to have a pass interference on.
No way.
Well, here's the deal. Derek Marino grabbed him by the jersey as he ran past. But my issue is the fact that they waited for the catch or not catch to throw the penalty, because it happened way before that.
Okay. So right there is in pretty good position. So it must have happened before that. And Day Hill had stepped in front, bracket coverage, and really throwing into the teeth of that wind. That is a big play for Venice. 8 minutes and 5 seconds, a lot of time remaining here on the clock, and they've got Wolf, the receiver. Weston Wolf is out there wide to the left. 2 receivers out here to the right. Kind of a run-heavy package with Brian Taylor in the backfield, and it is good play, blown up there, and that was
52. That was
William
Ruff. And that's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to continue just to get off these blocks and on these passing downs. We just got to get to that big quarterback.
You want to have him in a long passing situation with this wind, into the wind. Now Wolf throws a nice looking route out there to his brother, and his brother makes a great catch for about an 8-yard gain on the play.
Yeah, and that was a good coverage by Day Hill. I mean, you can't do any better. Tackled immediately after the catch.
He took his head off there as soon as he hit it. Bam.
That reminds me of our statistician. He missed the easy one, and he catches the tough one. Steve
6
Johnson
people on him.
That. So 3rd and 3 here. Huge play on this one. And right there, blown up.
They got him.
And it got him. It's going to now be 4th and 2.
All right, so you got to get up there on the line right now. No time to celebrate. You got to get ready for this fake punt.
They're going to use. They're going to go back to that wildcat.
Look, you got to get up there right now.
Here comes the wildcat.
You got to be ready for it. You know what they're going to do.
Or offside. They're going to try to draw.
This will be the third fourth down conversion attempt for Venice. They're 2 for 2 at this point. Hands the ball off, and he stops short. It's Palmetto Tigers' ball.
It's going to be close.
The way he's running out there looks like
his knee was down, and then he leaned across the marker. So I thought the spotty would be just a bit short.
I'll tell you what, we've got one sideline rep that's about a yard.
It looked. Oh, come on.
See?
Look, his knee's down, and then he lunges forward after the knee goes down. Look at this. Knee's down there.
It looks like it's short from here.
Oh, that's close.
Look where he's pointing. See? He's pointing there, and then look where he comes. So he comes. He's pointing.
I don't know. I thought his knee was down, and then he
but
reached
the ref
ball
is pointing at a spot before he starts to walk toward the ball.
All right, get the shot on this one with our cameras.
Look, watch him.
Should be Palmetto Tigers football. You need to hustle the defense out there in preparation.
That's a bad spot. That's a poor
spot.
That is a poor spot. Goodness gracious! I'm telling you what, these guys have not been impressive tonight.
Okay, so now the Palmetto defense is hustling off his rump. Man, was he flying there. And that's a 1st and 10. So that's 3 fourth down conversions for Venice, and I'm not so sure about that one. 1st and 10. They moved early on the long line.
We got movement at the line, no call. These guys need to wake up.
So that goes for a 6-yard gain. We had the left tackle or left guard absolutely came out of his stance before the snap of the ball.
Don't worry about sideline warnings. Y'all need to watch this play here.
Oh, my goodness. What are they looking at here? So that's a 2nd and 5. 6:21 on the clock. Now he looks, throws it out there. Good catch out there by Weston Wolf. And that goes for the 1st down.
The one thing about Venice with the swapping of the quarterbacks, whoever's in there, you're going to know what they're going to do.
Right.
Well, honestly, we had that stop.
I know that.
We had that stop.
He was down.
And,
he was down clearly and reaching across or near the line of scrimmage after the knee was down. So
that's Sam Pascoe that's hurt.
So that's number 70, Sam Pascoe out there. Plays a little bit of offense and defensive line, but it looks like a low ankle injury there. And 6 minutes and 15 seconds. The Venice Indians have been fighting hard, but the positive, they're converting on 4th downs.
It's taken them 4 downs to get the first down.
That's the positive, Ken.
Yes.
So 14-7, the Tigers hang on to this lead here. 6:15 on the clock. Pascoe's down there. They're working on him with the trainer. And, this game has been so fast with the up-tempo offenses that we can hardly catch up. We'd like to talk about the Palmetto Tigers and the great things to do. So Pascoe's up there. Looks like he's going to be okay.
To be honest with you guys, I think this game is too fast for the referees. They're having a hard time keeping up. They really are.
Yeah.
No disrespect, but they are having a struggle tonight.
Yeah, and now Venice is going to have this one 1st and 10. The ball's going to be spotted at the 36-yard line. So a dogfight here at Harley Stadium. Very important in-conference game for the Tigers. They move across the formation, and that's going to be Wolf handing the ball off to Gregory back in the game. Goes for about a 4-yard gain on the play.
Yeah, so I saw Maddie. Maddie came up there, and he was going through that A-gap, and if he could have gotten there just a little bit quicker, he would have had that tackle. But, a good job by the O-line for Venice. And this Gregory, he's no joke now.
He's a big boy.
He's a big back. Wolf looks. He fakes it, runs it out there, wide open as a tight end, and there he goes for that big hit by Goff over there, but that's a 1st down.
Yeah, and Ruff's got to stay with him. He came off that tight end to try to rush the quarterback, which is exactly what they want him to do. And
he thought Wolf looks like he was going to run, but the boy is not going to run. He's a pro-style passer.
Now Gregory's all the way out here wide to the wide side in the receiving position, and you've got Whitney in the slot. And they hand the ball off there, and it goes for about a 4-yard gain. Correction on that was 23 out here. So that's Gregory going for a nice gain on the play. 2nd and 5.
They're methodically working this thing down the field like we knew they would.
They know where they want to go on the run.
Yes.
They're being successful.
Yeah, and they're Gregory again gets across the line. Oh, big hit there. And that was going to be Nickel coming up and closing our deal on that, but that's going to be a pickup first down on the play.
They're going to keep running this dive through inside gap until we figure out how to
we're going to
stop
have
it.
to stop it, Kenny. We got to get the linebackers up there. We got to do something different because right now they're just running right up the gut.
Weston Wolf wide on this side of the formation. Whitney comes out here in motion. They're looking for it out there. He throws the middle field, wide open tight end. He's got it for the touchdown.
Yeah, that's a wide open tight end.
You can't get more wide open than
that's
that.
wide open.
Quarterback had no pass rush, and that's from running an effective ground game. It opens up the pass.
He just comes right out and
comes out.
No one picks him up.
Picks him up wide open.
Zach Fryer in the back of the end zone, busted coverage out there. You know, good mix there from Venice there. Good play calling and able to fool the Tigers. Now, very important kick here. The kick's down, almost blocked, but it's up. And it's good. And I'll tell you what, that was a big kick right there.
Yeah,
that young man has a leg.
Yes, he does. I mean, he's going to go places. We know he's going to be signing. You know, they've always had good kickers, but we're going to have to come out here offensively, and we're going to have to get back in that end zone. You know, that was a very depressing series for that defense. We had him stopped. There's no doubt about it. Bad call by the referees. Bad spot.
4th and 1. That was the key play for the drive.
You know, I mean, you know, if that's called right, that's spotted right, we got the ball at about the midfield 45-yard line. It's just a terrible call, and I hate to be down on the refs. I don't want to be, but
if they do
that
their
is
job,
what it is.
We should not know that they're out there. Interesting to see if they'll kick it to Goff. Why everybody's playing up, you can't see it on the TV, on the TigerVision. That's an old trick where you huddle up right behind the kicker.
You're right.
He'll turn around and call it. They could do an onside kick off of this formation.
Saw that.
He's calling the play.
Saw that. It was at a Manatee game a couple years ago versus the Tigers.
Yes.
Heads up play. Palmetto defensive unit or the special returns unit was very prepared for that wrinkle. Good for Robbie Stevenson, coaching them up out there. Takes it, and he kicks it high. It's going to be Wester. He's got the ball at the 35. Just give him a crease. And he's got a small crease, but a nice gain of up to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, great field position to
so we got four
to regroup.
We need 450 left here.
We have 450 left, and what we have here is if we can sustain a drive, we're also we receive in the second half, correct?
That's correct.
So we've got two opportunity to get to score and to get the ball back in the second half to pull ahead.
All right, now your Palmetto Tigers coming out. 4 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock. Very critical drive here. You definitely want to burn some clock. You'd like to score with the clocks as the clock expires, but Palmetto takes it. Johnny Jones, and he runs for a 6-7 yard gain. Great run.
Yeah, and just like they were doing, guys, we don't need to get away from that because it's been effective. The O-line is blocking effectively. We just need to continue to run through that A gap, get up there, right up the gut. We're not able to get around the edges right now.
And I like what the Tigers come out with. Now they fake it over here and throw it in there to Curtis, and Curtis Thomas unable to make the catch. Nice little play call over there.
That's another low throw, though. Anthony's having a hard time with those throws right now. I don't know what it is, but he does understand the speed of this team and how disciplined Venice is defensively. So,
yeah, and that's Anthony Marina with a 70% completion percentage.
And he has a over 6-to-1 ratio TD versus interceptions 19-3.
So he'll
very impressive.
Work it out, but the play call you had Wester drop out here, looked like a bubble screen, and then you threw Curtis Thomas on a slant behind. Beautiful play call. Now they've got it. Receiver out there. And look at that. They called him down.
I would get up there right now and just go
whistle.
Get up on the line right now and just run it.
The referee's already got the spot that I tell you what, if you're going to call us with our knee down, you need to call them with their knee down. That was pretty close. Check that out on the North Manatee Realty replay. His foot was not down.
I don't see a knee down.
Palmetto Tigers line up. 4th
big
and
play
2.
here.
Big play.
Probably the big play of the game so far.
Marino trying to draw them off sides. Venice is going to be disciplined, and they're not going to go for that. 3 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock. Marino looks. Bouncing around. Yeah, just going to try very hard. And oh, my goodness, they blew it dead.
Why are they blowing that dead?
My goodness.
Why are they blowing that dead? So we call a timeout?
They call a timeout. So we got a timeout
That
from
was
Coach
planned.
Marina on that.
That was planned.
Well, we must have called a timeout on that.
Yeah, yeah. So that was planned. Coach Marino didn't like the look over there. It looked like we were across for the first down. Now Derek Marino is going to go out.
That's
and
the
punt
old
this away.
YouTube play.
3 minutes and 33 seconds.
This is the play before.
Watch this.
The quarterback walks over to the sideline. I can't get the play.
His
I can't
knee's
get the
not
play.
down.
He never touches
His
the
knee
ground.
never- but he's pointing like he saw something.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
What he saw was athleticism.
Yeah, but they do, Johnny Jones,
Does that.
Adravian Butler, they do that on a
Religiously.
weekly basis. And Adravian Butler able to keep his feet there and, gets a big first down, and now it brings up a punting situation. Man, we're not getting all the calls that we'd like to get tonight here, but it's 14-14. Marino.
Don't.
Get your
John
personnel
Wester.
in
John
there.
Wester was on the bench.
Coming in late. And so he gets the ball. It's another low kick. And this one's going to be
roll.
perfect.
Get down there and cover it. Hurry.
Sit. No, and that's going to be in the end zone touchback. Venice will get the ball in the 23 minutes and 24 seconds.
Bounces into the end zone. It'll be a touchback.
Wow.
Unfortunately, we did not get down there and cover
That
it.
would have been nice.
Our great sponsors out there tonight, the North Manatee Kiwanis there. We've had a couple of really good looks, and been tough for the Tigers, but the game is tied at 14s.
All right, guys, we got to hold
them, and there's plenty enough time to get the ball back.
All right, 3 minutes and 24 seconds. Venice is going to take this one, and it's going to be Big Wolf taking the ball out of the shotgun. 3 receivers out there, sends the big tight end in motion. Palmetto defense making the adjustment. Hand off the middle of the field, and he breaks it, and he's going to be at the 40, the 50. It's a foot race. The 40, the 30, the 20, the 10, and he's hawked down there at the 8-yard line.
Again, Day-Day Hill has just been, I tell you what, I don't even know how he got out of that scrub. We had that hole contained. He got out. Great play by him, number 3, Mike Trapani.
Wide receiver.
Wow, not what we wanted. But we have got to start tackling better defensively up front. That just should not have happened. I know Coach Cooch is probably going crazy right now.
They've got Della Costa in there, so
Della Costa's in there, so they're going
not
to
throw
run
it.
heavy package.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's got some touchdown completions on this, but Della Costa's in there. Gregory's going to be in the backfield. Weston Wolf out wide.
We have another sideline warning. I don't want to be a negative Nelly here, but is that all we're focusing on here?
This crew always does that. Every time we have them.
This is ridiculous.
Now he hands the ball, fakes the handoff, gets it. He's got the touchdown. If he can't, and great tackle there. The ball was on the ground, but
It's gonna be dead.
recovered by Venice.
Great read by the quarterback.
Yeah, Della Costa with a good fake, and there's that running quarterback, so that's going to bring up a 1st and 10. Look at those markers over there, guys. Check what is going on over there.
We've got 1st and goal, I know that, so we don't need
1st and goal from the 4. Hands it off, and that's a wide open lane there for Gregory for the touchdown. So now the Venice Indians, with 2 minutes and 57 seconds remaining here in the second quarter, have taken a 20-14 lead.
Yeah, I mean, if we get this extra point, it's going to be 21 unanswered points. We start off 14-0. We, look good. We look confident, and we know that this team is always going to fight hard. They're going to come back, but we've got to regain our composure. We've got to get back to business here, and we got plenty of time to do the same thing they just did. We got to put some points on the board and tie this thing up before we go into half.
Dustin Smith comes out there, kicks that one up, and it is good. So what you've seen is Sessa is not kicking the ball. It's Dustin Smith. He's listed as a punter, but he shows that he can drive those extra points through. So 21-14, the big play of this game so far, Palmetto Tigers with a huge stop, up 14-7. or it's 14. It was at that point
14-0.
14 to 7 at that point.
Yes.
With
The
a fourth down
conversion has been the turning point.
Yeah, that's been the turning
That
point.
kept that drive going.
And I don't want to keep going back to that. But, you know, those are those little things that you cannot practice for. You can't be, you know, you as a defense, you have got to stop. You stop them, it's first down for you. And
well, the good part about this
they broke
is
that spirit right then and there.
That they scored real quick. There's still 3 minutes on the clock to finish up this half and notch this thing up.
The big issue, honestly, is the offense. Our offense usually controls the clock and moves down the field. And even if they do score quickly, there's a point. You know, there's 7 points on the board. Offense is being shut out right now. I mean, I know we scored quick and early, but since then we've had a couple of 3 and outs, 6 and outs, you know, and we haven't done much. So offensively, we're off our game. Defensively, they're hanging in there, scrappy. We've had some bad calls, but offense has got to pick it up.
Agree with you, Tom.
Good point.
Hey, Tom, see if you get down there and find out what Coach Cucci is talking about with that defense, what they're trying to do to
get a kick out of good service. This one is going to be fielded there by Wester. Takes it up the sideline, running hard, takes a hit, and he's tackled at the 36-yard line.
Catch and carry out to
So,
about
33-yard line. Very, you know, again, decent field position for the Tigers. Plenty of time on the clock. I think we have 2 timeouts left.
Yes.
2 in the pocket, so fine there. No reason to panic here for these Palmetto Tigers. You know, we've been in these games before. Ken, you know, Rick and I were doing a game here, and you were away, and we were down, I think, 18 in that Lake Gibson game.
That's right, yes.
In the second quarter. And we've seen this Palmetto Tiger unit, you know, put it together, and that's what we want to see right here, right now on this series. Marino's got it. Empty backfield. They bring the heat. He throws it. Nice catch by Mays. And he's going to have a 8-yard gain on the play.
That one was not low, Rick. That was
a great pass by Anthony. He's that's I was going to say before that pass that we're going to have to start throwing the ball a little bit more than we have for the first half. Our receivers are going to have to get into this ball game to make an impact.
Second and a short 3, maybe a long 2 on the play. Marino has it, and he looks out there. He has wide open receiver. Butler slips on his cut it, but not after the first down.
That's all right. That's going to stop the clock at 2:23. We've got plenty of time, and we just got to get back up there. I tell you, we had a little bit of rain. I don't think the field looked pretty good.
Really good. I was
there.
out walking on it. It's pretty good shape.
So 2:22 on the clock. Palmetto trails by 7. Marino looks. He looks out and throws a nice catch out there. Now I tell you what,
Jonte Wester.
Marino's warming up. I tell you, the last 2 throws were right on the dime. That's the Anthony Marino we are accustomed to seeing. 2 minutes 13 here. Palmetto Tigers driving. 1st and 10.
You're definitely going to have a sideline guy keeping these players back from this point on.
Marino looks, throws wide open. Oh, goodness.
Yeah, Kobe lost his footing as well as he was trying to lean back and make that catch, but stops the clock at 2:03, 2nd and 10. I mean, the good thing about it is the receivers are open, gentlemen, and they're not. We don't have any tight coverage on them. I don't think they can cover them, to be honest with you.
Yeah, they're respecting that speed again.
Right, you're not seeing any real press coverage. What you're seeing is a lot of zone.
They know better, and Anthony can pick that apart.
2 minutes and 3 here. 2nd and 10 for your Tigers. Defense lines up in a 3-man front. A good formation to run against. Johnny Jones has the ball. He's got a gap, and he's going, and he is at the 10, 5, 3-yard line. Johnny Jones.
Great call, Brian Bonador. You nailed it. We have one ankle breaking move by Johnny Jones, and we're in position here. 1st and goal. Plenty of time. 1:56 to go.
Got to finish this.
That's the great, when you have a quarterback running the run-pass option, he's able to quickly check to that. And Johnny Jones now has it, and there's an exchange problem in the backfield, so Johnny stumbles toward the line of scrimmage. That's okay. That's going to burn a little bit of clock.
Right,
here.
You don't want to score too quick here. You got to manage this clock. Make them burn the timeouts.
We've got to be, our technique's got to be on here. We can ill afford a
three
fumble
plays,
snap or
3 plays to get a few yards here. Let's just.
All right, now
finish the drive here.
Venice in a very aggressive front there. Johnny Jones in the backfield. And they fake it. Marina rolls the right.
there he
and
is.
He's got a wide open receiver, catches it. That is a touchdown.
Yeah, good
yes,
job.
sir. Is that Curtis Thomas back there?
Yeah.
Let's see.
I think is that Wester? I can't get a number.
No,
maybe
Wester
Curtis
was
Thomas.
over in the end zone.
Maybe Curtis Thomas.
Yeah, Wester was over
Curtis
on the,
Thomas, 29.
Curtis Thomas, the magic man, as I like to call him. And that is a huge catch. 1:17 on the clock. Your Palmetto Tigers only trail by 1 in this one.
2 people open on that. Wester's open over here, but right there between in the zone.
Yeah.
For the nice pitch and catch.
Yeah,
easy score.
Marino with the spot. Gonzalez with the kick, and it is up and good. This one is knotted up here. 21-21. 1 minute and 17 seconds remain in the first half.
We were able, Rick, to pitch and catch a little bit. It's amazing what that can do for a running game that had stalled.
No doubt. And let me say this, an outstanding job by the O-line.
Yes.
That entire series. They gave Anthony plenty of time to throw the ball, sit back there and take a look and just fire strikes down the field. So, hey, that's what we need from that O-line, and they picked it up there on that series.
I'm going to go ahead and call the most valuable player of the first half is the field. There's been a lot of guys falling down. Our guys on offense, that time on defense. The defensive back slips and falls, leaves the receiver standing wide open.
Yeah, you're right, Tom, because that could have been a pick.
You know
It's
what?
called home field
Great
advantage.
sideline delivery from Tom Porter. And after this kick, get a kick out of great service from our friends at DeVito's Auto Repair located in Ellington. Tom, Vincent, and John, I hope you're looking in on this one. I hope you're here tonight at Harley. What a great game. There's the kick. It's up. It's very high, and it's going to be fielded at the 8-yard line. And running there is Noah. Oh, what a hit there by the Tigers. And that ball just about came out.
We got a late flag. Who knows what that'll be?
A hit that's too hard, and that was Sajal
Maybe a sideline warning.
Oh, maybe it's an end zone warning. Who knows?
I think Sajal Hickson comes up with a tremendous hit.
Bam, right there.
Wow. And Wells involved in the play.
Waving the
also.
flag.
So
that was a legal hit.
No penalty for the hit that's too hard.
We got flags that don't happen. We got whistles that don't happen. This is a crazy
They
game.
owned up to that one.
Yeah, well, they did own it because there was nothing there. So good job.
Well, that,
Way to throw a flag on something that did not exist.
All right, and you saw Senior coming
All
up
we need
there.
now is an imaginary player to be ejected.
Yeah, here we go, guys. 112. Still plenty of time for Venice as well now.
We have to shut them down here.
That was that very high GPA Lazavian Walker for the Tigers with a big tackle on the play at Senior tonight. He's looking.
Pressure.
Left looks, throws it out there late. Receivers open. Got to make a tackle out there. Oh, my goodness.
him
That
out of
one was
bounds.
very scary. Goes out after an 8-yard gain. Clock stops with a minute
Yeah,
and 4.
the bad thing there is we got 2 defenders there. We can't even get an arm on them, and luckily we just put a fingernail and he gets
out of bounds.
We almost had some pressure on him that time.
And Hayden Wolf, he continues to show that arm talent that he has out of that 6'6", 215-pound frame. Great job and great catch there by Weston Wolf, 6'5".
That was a great route.
Yeah, so
that was a little shoulder pump, and then he stopped and came back.
Yeah, we got some soft coverage out there. Day-Day's behind them. They don't want to get anything behind the corners, but we're going to.
That's that is
nice catch.
You don't have very many We had one in Burstyn here at Palmetto High School, but there's not that many 6'5" receivers with the skills. But you can throw back shoulder fades on those guys all game, and they're going to call interference here.
Oh my
goodness!
I don't know about that one. I mean, they're going to call
offensive.
Yeah,
Weston Wolf looked like he was blocking.
He was trying to block.
You know? It looks like he was blocking out there.
Because it wasn't catchable.
No.
To me, it looked like.
He's got his hands on Day-Day. He's
Maybe
blocking
we
Day-Day
can
Hill.
see that again. We
that
can isolate.
Stand as a penalty.
That's ridiculous. That's a personal foul, face mask. Okay,
It almost looked like Weston Wolf thought they were coming out with a bubble screen and was blocking.
He was blocking
downfield. Look at this. Right, coming out of the round.
Well,
what? Okay, so there's the penalty.
I don't know, but they called a face mask, guys. I don't know who.
Okay, so there was a face mask
50
call
seconds.
on the play. Very hard for us to see it from
Goodness
here.
gracious.
51 seconds.
We got to get him on the ground. We got to get this quarterback.
Hayden Wolf
got to get pressure.
takes this
They're
one.
going to run that ball.
Hands that one off to Gregory.
Good
and
job,
good tackle
good job.
there. And he's going to be
inbounds.
stopped after a 4-yard gain, so they're going to have to start burning some timeouts here. 43 seconds on the clock. There's
there
your
goes their
timeout,
first
Venice.
one. They've got 2 left, according to our
According to
Scoreboard.
our Tiger
Tiger
Vision, as
Vision.
presented by Conley Buick GMC Ticker.
Thank you.
We are down to 43 seconds. Venice Indians have 2 minutes remaining. And from this spot in the field, it looks like the wind has started to settle a little bit. It'd be very difficult to kick a long field goal tonight from this spot in the field. But the wind looks like it is starting to settle down here and not as heavy as it was earlier in the game. So this is a big one. Hayden Wolf.
Yeah, we've got to get some pressure
Yes.
on Wolf here. We really do, guys.
He will pick us apart if we don't get some type of a. Pass
kind of
rush.
a late rush from a linebacker or somebody, because the D line they're having a hard time getting off those blocks. So we're going to have to bring somebody up.
And John Wester is out here in press coverage against the 6'5" Weston Wolf. And they're throwing a middle screen. That's thrown very late, tackled there. Bradley Wyatt.
read that
You know,
play perfect.
I think Bradley Wyatt had his forward momentum stopped and he was going back, but they let him get out of bounds. And check this out.
Yes.
Matty White has it. They did keep the clock running. It should. Check it out.
Right on him.
Forward
Right
momentum
there.
stopped before he steps out of bounds. So the clock should have continued to burn.
And it
there.
did. And they burned the timeout.
Did they burn the timeout?
So great plays by the officials that time, because the forward progress, and he did step out of bounds, but he was going backwards.
What was interesting was we had 33 seconds on the clock before that play, and then after the play ended, I look up and it had 34 after the play was over, and then the clock started running. So only time they had no time run off for that last play. That was just after the play, the 6 or 7 seconds that are off the clock now.
Rick just bumped that dude over there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Give him an elbow.
Tom, I don't know what's going on, brother. It's been a rough week, man.
It has, man. Everything's been fighting us this week. I don't know what's going on.
Hey, I saw a full moon last night. We have one tonight too.
There you go.
This is
crazy stuff happens. What we got to be careful. They have 25 seconds, one timeout left, and they're 41 yards away.
And you've got a very nice quarterback, and that 6'5" possession receiver that you can throw the back shoulder fade. You get into that 20 red zone, and Weston Wolf out there is going to win a lot of those battles. Yes. 23 is coming out here wide, and that's Cole Kedrick is out here with Sam Whitney. And now Wolf looks. Whitney breaking down. He's throwing the long ball, and it's hanging up, and it is going to be oh, come on.
Oh,
it's an incomplete pass.
There is no way. That is unbelievable.
So with 19 seconds on the clock, yet another penalty on the Tigers on the long ball.
Let's watch it here on the replay, guys. I am trying to keep my composure.
Big play down the left sideline.
Oh, great.
There's
nothing there
whatsoever.
Oh my goodness.
That's an absolute.
What was that?
That's I don't know what that was. That's crazy.
I'm having some night terrors, memories of those. Big game for the Florida team next. I remember a swindle at the Swamp, but that play right there went through the receiver's hand before the armbar came there. Goodness. But that's 19 seconds on the clock. 1st and 10. Ball is at the 26. Wolf looks, middle of the field, wide open receiver, and he's got it, and that's the tight end touchdown. So you know what? That's just tough. 13 seconds on the clock. That brings the lead to 27-21 here.
I'll tell you
that's
this,
a shame.
I'll tell you this, guys. In the second half, we've got to score every single time, because we're not going to be able to handle these calls and anything that's close. This is the worst I've ever seen.
Good play there by the Venice offense. They don't utilize the tight end a lot, but the tight end's been very effective here tonight, showing some good hands out there too. Now the snap is back there by the long snapper. It's spotted, and the kick is up, and it is good. So your Palmetto Tigers trail here, probably trailing at the break, 28-21. Now 13 seconds on the clock. Jonte Wester, if you kick it short, if you kick it to the 20, we know Jonte can go 80 yards, and he'd be cool breezing in 13 seconds.
He had his coming out party last year against them when they put him in at quarterback.
That's right, and he can do that, but every Palmetto Tiger is going to put their hands up in the air. Not going to be able to block. You're going to put your hands up in the air
and just hope
that Jonte can get it on his own, because you just can't win.
Goodness.
This is incredible. I'll tell you that right now.
So 13 minutes on the clock. And Wester is back there with Sajel Hickson.
Let's put some blocks on them and just try to pick up what we can, guys. I mean, let's give Jonte a little bit of hope.
Zach Sessa is going to kick this one off. He has an extremely strong leg, but he's kicking into a big win. Tiger receivers are up pretty short there, Rick, at the 25.
I would imagine, I'd be surprised if it gets into the Jonte's hands, but
I tell you what,
I wouldn't kick the ball to him.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't kick it to either one of them.
Yeah.
You know, with Sajel Hickson back there.
Line drive that thing.
It's going to be in those middle fielders.
So here's the kick, and it hangs up in the wind. He looked, and he still kicked it to the about 1 yard deep in the end zone. So a big leg there by Sessa. So Palmetto Tigers will have this. Ball's at the 20. Now, you know, I don't expect to see the Palmetto Tigers come out here and kneel this one out. Probably go with a run here on the first down, hope to pop a long play, and see if we can get a throw into the end zone.
What do we have, one timeout left or two?
We have one timeout.
We have one left, right?
We're going to need to get about 50 yards. This is 50 or 60 yards down the field to attempt a long field goal. 50.
So 13 seconds on the clock here, Palmetto Tigers, and it's going to be victory safe formation back there. Corian Brown is going to be back there deep, and the Tigers are going to elect to kneel this one out, take it into the locker room, talk things over here as we close the second half, or the first half, second quarter. So as the clock runs down to zeros, your Palmetto Tigers are trailing this game 28-21. And gentlemen, everybody knows I'm a homer here and I'm a Tiger fan, but there's some tough calls here as we take it into the Richardson Stenton Roofing halftime show.
Hey, Tiger fans, back for the halftime show here. Man, guys, what an amazing first half of football. We know anytime Palmetto plays a Braden River or a Manatee or, in this case, a Venice, you know it's going to be a good game. It means so much. It's a district championship, basically. But, man, what a back-and-forth football game. I mean, unbelievable. Venice's offense starting out could do nothing right. Our defense was shutting them down. It was great to see. Our offense moved the ball well. We scored 14 points right out of the gate.
A lot of energy early.
A lot, yeah, absolutely. But this is what happens with big games. We were talking about it in the booth there. We had a call go against us, like a fourth down call go against us, and championship teams can absorb those bad calls. There's been a ton of bad calls. Hey, I don't care if the refs get mad at me. That was a terribly officiated first half. Everybody at home knows it. There was some horrible calls there. So the good teams can absorb those calls and continue to do well, get over it, don't hold that in. Oftentimes we've seen some Palmetto teams, they get down on themselves and they give up. This team has not done that. They came back, they scored right back, took us back to 21-all. And of course, another couple bad calls by the refs, and here we are at 28-21. We can't take anything away from Venice. Great team, and you saw in that first half some awesome coaching by the Venice High Indians. They are a great coaching staff there. They've been together for a long time, and they have a great program. One thing I'd like to point out on senior night, how nice is it that our kids that are our standouts on this team have been here for 4 years. As Jen and I were reading those names for senior night early in the night tonight, those kids were the same kids that went undefeated as freshmen. Our starting quarterback, our starting running back, our starting receivers, our defensive standouts have all been from Palmetto, born and raised, and they stayed. You look across the field at Venice, and it's like a junior college. There's kids from all over. The senior starting quarterback and their best receiver, brothers, not from Venice at all, transferred in. So, I mean, there's no moral victories in football, but, you know, it is kind of nice to see that we're able to maintain our talent and continue with what we're doing. You know, it's awesome. So, yeah.
Out of those seniors tonight. That was pretty impressive reading those GPAs.
Well, the funny thing is me and Jen were talking, the kids actually write their statements out. I was talking to Mike Ramirez, the owner of Popey's here in Palmetto, and he said that I said GPS over the intercom. I'm reading directly what the kid wrote for me to read for him, so that's kind of dangerous. We probably need to check those in the future. We could be saying some silly stuff up there, so it's great to recognize all these seniors. You know, I remember, it doesn't seem like it was that long ago. I understand it was 20-something years. I'm not going to be exact here, but 24, I think. But I remember walking across the field with my mom and dad, and it was just kind of a culmination. You know, graduation is really the culmination of your academic career, but senior night for me at football was kind of the culmination of my athletic career, and it was great to be a part of that tonight. And first time I've done it, and I hope you let me do that with you again. So kind of felt like the Macy's Day Parade back and forth.
Yeah, it was. And I can tell you, I know that you guys can't see it at home, but there's banners, big banners, about 5-foot banners of all the players, cheerleaders, everyone that was honored tonight. And I got the treat of being out here earlier while I was still hanging them at 3 o'clock.
One's crooked over there, by the way.
Easy. The boys came out, and they never come onto the field before the game, but somebody posted it on Snapchat, of course. So they were all coming over and hugging on each other and talking about how emotional it was and how it just become real. And that was a really cool thing to see. Actually very rewarding to see their soft side a little bit.
So Snapchat, that's a new thing. It's not MySpace or Facebook.
MySpace.
Am I aging myself?
That's so 2012.
Bill, what was the social media you had when you were a kid? Knocking on the neighbor's door?
Crayon.
All right, so we have obviously Bill's here with us and Jen, but we also have a guest tonight, Coach Corbett, the girls basketball coach, among many of her hats she wears in this community. Coach, tell us a little bit about what you got going on with the basketball team.
Well, super exciting week for the Lady Tigers. We had tryouts on Monday and Tuesday, and we were able to name this year's team, this year's program, both the JV and varsity. So we have 12 JV players and 12 varsity players that we're really, really excited to work with and push academically, push to be great young ladies in our community, and hopefully build an incredible program and start winning right now, hopefully. So.
Outstanding. I'm going to say it because my daughter was on the team. You just got done with cross country over at Braden River. Cut my tongue out.
Buffalo Creek. Yes.
Buffalo Creek Middle School.
I did.
So tell us a little bit about that. You just wrapped that up this week.
Yeah, we did. I'm fortunate to coach a few sports over at Buffalo Creek Middle School, and we had a great cross-country group of kids, just super sweet group of boys and girls that competed in the county championship last week. We even had one qualify for state, and we did a practice run out in Parrish, and the community really came around us. So it's really fun to see those little kids, those future Tigers, and getting them excited about athletics in our community.
I hear you ran completely out of food.
No, we had a lot of leftover fried chicken the other night.
A lot of it's in my refrigerator right now. So Jen, why don't you tell us a little bit about what's going good at Palmetto?
Well, this week, actually I think it was just yesterday, our boys and girls cross-country teams both competed at the district level, and our boys advanced to regionals. So congratulations to the boys. The girls pushed really hard and almost made it, but congratulations to both of them, actually. This is huge. So one of our students, and it's been her dream and goal for quite a while, Miss Shelby Britt, just received the congressional nomination to West Point.
Wow.
Big deal.
That is a very big deal.
Yes, big deal. And she's wanted to go, from my understanding, for quite some years. That's been her goal. So.
Actually, I have a family member through my wife, one of the sons, the Bernhard family around here, you guys might know that name, made it to West Point, and then right behind him, his brother made it as well.
Wow.
Huge deal. So pretty awesome. Pretty cool.
Very cool.
So Britt, Bill Britt here. Bill, tell us a little bit about what's going on with the boosters this week.
Well, there's all kinds of excitement going on with boosters, you know.
Yeah, there you go. Got a class of what, 83? Is that it?
I think
93.
Yeah, we've had alumni groups circling in our hospitality area the last few weeks. We've got a really big push for Booster Club this year, and the membership has just exploded, and we've got a lot of great projects going on. The community's really excited about what we're doing. So this is a culmination with the hospitality and all the amenities that we're adding value to the program during football games, which will continue throughout the year to enhance all of the programs at the school. And I just want to remind everybody, I'm having trouble with my voice. I was yelling a lot in the first half,
Me
but
too.
we need your support. You know, we have a lot of viewers out there. If you haven't done so already, please go to our website, which is palmettotigers.com, and click on the Join Boosters tab. For $50 a year, you can become a booster member. You get a really cool shirt like the one I've got, and you will be recognized and thanked for your contribution. Your money goes back to the programs to help support the young people at our school and programs like the girls basketball team. Not all of the teams have a high profile like football obviously does, so we need your help. So for $50 a year, you can join the I Pay 5 a month club, and that is a big contribution to us. And if you can give more, give what you can. There are different levels of giving, and we will gladly accept whatever you're able to afford in your budget. You can also mail a check to Palmetto Booster Club, and that's 1180 8th Avenue West in Palmetto. So either way, we will be more than happy to accept your contribution, and you will be thanked for giving.
That's great. I wouldn't hold your breath on the shirt because Bill promised me a 2X. I think it was the first home game we had. This is the last home game. So
I'm still waiting for that check, Tom.
Yeah. Well, hey, it's not a problem. Give me a credit card. I'll swipe it right now. A lot of great stuff happening. Obviously, this being the last football home game, we want to make sure the Tiger fans out there realize that there are many other sports, many other activities going on in this school, and they all need your support. Football's exciting. I love to be at the football games, but we'd love to have you guys out for basketball games, for soccer games, for the band when they're having competitions. I was on the track team. You believe that? I was on the track and field team. I was voted the most valuable player on the track and field team. You believe that?
Hey, I was on the track team here too.
You look like you're on the track team.
Were you the
That's
shot
not a
put?
shock.
Were you the shot put?
I was the shot put and the discus, and I was pretty good. Back then, we did not have a coach for the field events, so they gave me a book, and I read the book, and I figured out how to do it. And
really,
no YouTube, no, there was no Google, there was no internet. I don't believe. I think it was called the Information Superhighway back then. Encyclopedias.
It was
exactly.
a test, Tom. You had to read something in order to accomplish it, probably more than you did in the rest of your classes.
Well, I look at this beautiful track that the district finally put in for us here, which is great. And I remember challenging one of the runners because I was cocky like I am now, and I was always giving him a hard time about having to run. And we went for a circle. The coach challenged us to race the runners, and I was doing pretty good until I got right around to the third corner there, and then that bear jumped on my back, and I ate it. So maybe with this rubber track, it wouldn't have been so bad on me, but you know, you got to do what you got to do.
Hey,
So
our basketball girls were out running on the track this week as part of tryouts. So even basketball teams are using it right now. But
that's great. The district putting the money in here, that's great. We love to see it. We're looking forward, wink, wink, nudge, nudge to the district for that 35, 45-year-old scoreboard to be replaced here, like the beautiful one at Lakewood Ranch. They've had 3 in the time they've been around.
In a few weeks. Southeast just got theirs, and
Awesome.
we're next. Hey, by the way, I neglected to mention that if you join Boosters, if you're listening out there and you join, you will be recognized on air at our next broadcast next week in Charlotte. So one more reason why you should join. We are going to give everybody that signs up in our viewership a shout out on TV.
That's great.
And let them be recognized for their contributions. So
okay,
just a reminder of that.
Let the viewers know real quick about the Robert Kelly Classic again to honor Coach Kelly. He's been a coach at this school for 30 years in all kinds of athletics, and so the girls basketball team is hosting a preseason classic in his honor on November 17th. So if any former alumni or For any of these people that know Coach Kelly, come out as we recognize him on that day.
And what time does that start?
It starts at 9 in the morning. We'll be recognizing Coach around noon, and there'll be games going on all day. So.
Awesome. That's great. I've got some
go ahead.
Some first half stats here. We got Venice with 27 rushes for 170 yards. Ouch, that hurts. 27 rushes for 170 yards in the first half. 13 of 16 passing for 165 yards for a total of 335 total yards in the first half. That's pretty steep. Those are Palmetto numbers. Our offense this year has been putting up those kind of gaudy numbers. And then Palmetto, we have 20 rushes for 119 yards. And Anthony was 8 for 13 passing for 106 yards for 225 total yards. Venice got a lot of the chunks of their yards in those two big plays here at the end of the first half. So a little deceiving when you look at it, but hopefully we're able to flip that in the second half. And we're in this game, and that's encouraging to me. A lot of people would count us out against Venice, defending state champs, which I don't know that we've really mentioned that. I'm sure Brian has.
What setting for seniors to go in the locker room down by 1 touchdown. Let's come out and prove something. I mean, that's fun. That's
we're a second half team. We usually get hot in the second half. We score a lot of points. I see us opening things up offensively. The defense will make some adjustments, I feel confident that Palmetto's going to pull this game out, and it would be big if we can do that.
Awesome. Okay, guys, that's going to be all for us. We're going to kick it back up to the booth with Brian, Ricky, and Kenny. Back to you guys.
Hey, thanks very much, Tom, and thank you for that report. Bill, doing a great job on the air tonight, and voice is a little raspy, and it's going to get worse tomorrow up in Jacksonville, Florida, as we make that trip up there. But in this game, Tigers have got to forget what happened in the first half. We got to forget about the situations there with some of the calls, and sometimes they don't go your way. And like Bill and Tom were talking about, and Brooke, we're speaking. Palmetto is a second half team. In the games that are not running clock, the close games that we've played, Palmetto has been very effective coming from behind, and that's the situation we're in tonight. So I do believe we received the kickoff, right, Ken?
Yes, we do, and you're right, Brian. They need to have a short memory. The beauty of it is we're in this game, and we were up by 2 touchdowns at one time, but it's not how you start these games, it's how you finish, and we averaged 50 points a game at Harley Stadium this year, and it might take that to be able to come out here with a W tonight.
All right, well, let's talk about some of these great offensive stats for the year for the Tigers. We had mentioned this earlier. The leading rusher on the team is Johnny Jones with 5.99 yards per carry, 491 yards coming into the game on 82 attempts. And receiving, as we saw in the first half there, he to this point in the season, he had 13 for 161, 12.38 yards receiving. But what I looked at as I went through these rushing statistics, Johnny Jones, Marino averages 8.17 per carry. Johnny Jones, 5.99. Corian Brown, 7.89 with 300 yards on the season. Sajel Hickson, who's amazing sophomore, super amazing, is 5.88 yards per carry. Zaquani Hughes made a big tackle in the game. He runs for 9.11 yards per carry. And rounding it out, LeJonte Wester, 4 carries on the year, 24.75 yards per carry. Butler, 6.59. Logan, and so the season, 7.15 yards per carry. And, Ken, that is like a option or a veer team that never throws the ball is what you're seeing there. 7.15 is amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. With those stats, you'd be leading the country in rushing offense, and that's why they've scored a lot of points, because if you're averaging 7 yards, you're getting 2nd and 3s and 2nd and 2s. You're getting and 3rd and shorts, and which opens the playbook, which leads into the pass, and Marino's put up some big numbers there, as well as our receivers catching the ball.
And talking about receiving, generally with a football team, with your receiving core, you're going to have the one guy. Think of Ole Miss maybe with a Mike Wallace. That's the guy that's going to have 20 yards per catch, right?
Yes. And
then the balance of the team will average in, 9 to 11 yards per catch. But let's check this out. Coming into it, Johnny Jones, 12.38 out of the backfield. Sajel Hickson, 14. Corian Brown, 6.25. Now check this out. Wester, 20.62 yards per catch. Butler, 14.52 yards per catch. Burstyn, it's senior night. David only had 2 catches. That's our 6'5" receiver that's been injured all year, 16.5 yards per catch. Kobe Mays, 19.73 yards per catch. Curtis Thomas, the Magic Man, 17.92 yards per catch. Alejandro Mont with 11 yards catch, and then 18 for Hayden Davis. He's had 1 catch on the season, but the team receivers have averaged 16.4 yards per catch.
Yes.
So what we've seen out of this Palmetto offense tonight with a win, we've been struggling a little bit in the passing game, but it's amazing the balance. 47.44% rushing and 52.56% passing.
You can't ask any more, and the one interesting thing about that, and with all the points and the success, we've also had 3 or 4 running clocks to go along with that, and so that even makes those stats better. And those receiving stats, the common theme is everybody's in double figures, and that again shows the speed and the skilled athletes that we have, and very difficult to prepare for when you're looking at game film.
Yeah, and let me go through some defensive stat leaders. Brandon Waiters coming into this game, 75 total tackles, 35 solo tackles, 40 assisted tackles. And then tackles for loss would be led by Maddie Wyatt with 13 tackles for loss. Sacks is going to be Charles Miller out there with 9 on the season. Pass breakups would be Reese Lyons with 4. Interceptions would be Damian Hill with 2. And Mike Goff with 4 forced fumbles for the Tigers. And then fumble return 3. And interestingly enough, TDs, and some brothers out there listening to their younger brothers will find this one fun. Raquan Crawford had one on the kick block last week, returned that for about a 75-yard return. And then you had John Bembry with a scoop and score, and Maddie Wyatt with an interception. And finally, in block kicks, we've blocked 4 on the season. One of them is by Reese Lyons, and then Mike Goff with 1, and John Wester with 1, and down here, Bradley Fishburne, number 88, with 1, so 4 blocks. So those are your defensive stat leaders. But what we're going to need to see, Rick, coming out of this is some really big stands by the defense. One thing that we haven't seen tonight is that forced fumble, and we've seen that in the second half with this Palmetto Tiger defense, being able to force some fumbles. And so we're going to need that out of the Tigers tonight. It does look like the Palmetto Tigers will be kicking this one off.
On that.
Yep. So.
Yeah. So we're definitely going to have to come out here to the second half, and we're going to have to try to dominate defensively and to shut them down and allow the offense to put some points on the board. And you know what? And including myself, we're going to have to keep our composure here because that was a very ugly first half. A lot of people upset about some of the flags that were thrown on the field, but we're going to have to ignore that, and we're just going to have to try to come out here and win this ball game any way we can. But defensively, we're going to have to make some stops, guys. We just can't allow them to keep driving down the field.
Starting with this very first series to set the tone.
So it's going to be Rafael Gonzalez, and he's going to kick this one into that stiff wind. Looks like it's picked up again. Still 42 seconds showing on the clock here. It's winding down. We're having some issues with the clock here tonight, and trying to wind that down. 30, and the referees have spotted this one for play, and we're ready to go here. So now 20 seconds before this one is. So I think we're having some issues with the clock here tonight. Palmetto's clock on the field, I think, was put in here back in the 70s, and she's getting a little old, a little tired. It's time to swap that one out. Bill Britton, the Boosters Club, let's change that up and send in your contributions for Palmetto Boosters, as Bill mentioned at halftime. And let's see if we can get that adjusted. But now we're ready for play here. Get a kick out of great service from DeVito's Auto, located in Ellington. Gonzalez is going to approach the ball here, and back there return this one. You have Brian Taylor back there deep. And there's the kick, and it's going to be fielded there, and that's going to be Sessa looking for a crease there, actually to the about to the 23-yard line goes Noah Carr.
So the kickoff coverage team, they continue to impress. They continue to get downfield quickly and try to do what they can to help the defense out. And, we haven't really had any breaks in coverage this year on that special team.
No, they have played superb.
And so here we go, and we have out here wide is Brandon Gregory, and they hand the ball off, and they're really going to try to establish the run here. It looks they've gone with a quarterback change there, and it looks like they're going to try to remain in that run-heavy package here coming into the third quarter. Now Wolf, it's going to be a 2nd and 7 here. Hayden Wolf is out, and Sam Whitney is out here in the slot, and Weston Wolf wide. He looks down the field, throws the long bill. Good coverage there, but Devion Cummings, interception.
Intercepted.
My
That's Devion
goodness.
Cummings. Yes.
He's a bad man, is Davion Cummings.
I tell you what, that's why he's in there tonight. That is one of the most athletic guys on this field, and he's had an opportunity to showcase himself. And that's what we needed coming out here to make that stop we talked about, Kenny.
Absolutely, and I want to see the replay and how he caught that, because it must have went through the receiver's hands, or he just went up there and took it.
Actually, Davion Cummings was so aware of that play coming out there. It looked like he was running the route. Check this out. He's got inside. He's inside of the hip of the receiver, just as you'd coach him up. Look at that.
Look at that.
Shuts it down.
Right over his head.
Pulls that one out at the 45-yard line.
That looked like the noon cut.
That was
the noon cut.
Sweet. Now Johnny Jones
That's gonna be
is
a
fake,
fake,
and Marino keeps it for no gain on the play. So your Palmetto Tigers, great field position starting out here. What a turn of events. And the opening of this game, we had 3 consecutive turnovers. We start the third quarter in the same fashion. Great news for the Tigers, 2nd and 10.
So I am seeing, they're losing their footage. There seems to be some soft parts of the field that.
Johnny Jones, middle of the field, and he goes for a 9-yard gain on the play. One thing that you can judge by the weather, that's a big 9-yard pickup. And this happens week after week after week. When it's time to set up for TigerVision, I don't care what the weather report says. When those guys are setting up everything, it's raining, and we had quite a bit of rain today. But it's 3rd and 1. Marino looks. He's got Butler out there. Get a block out there. Ooh, and he does not get the first down. He's going to be about a 1-yard loss on the play.
Get back
3rd
up
and
there.
2.
Let's get back up and let's go.
Really out there, the defensive unit there did a good job of, creating stalemates there. Not able to get a good block out there with the receivers. So good job by the defenders for the Venice out there on the edge.
Big play here, about 4th, 1.5. It's right smack in front of us. We've got to get to the 45-yard line here, see what they dial up.
Yeah, it's a really 4th and 1.5, about 4th and 2. Very, just shy of 2 yards here. Marino in the backfield coming out of the shotgun. Fakes the handoff, keeps it. He's got the first down. Runs hard, big hit, but
Nice
he's got
job.
the first
He's
down.
He got clothesline on that.
Yeah,
but,
they can't
there
miss
was
that
no
spot.
denying
They can't-
Anthony Marino on that one.
That's a good spot. That's what a good spot looks like.
Yeah, that's right. Big Scott
Watch
Shinky
the
was over there
collision
for
right
the
there.
tackle,
Oh, yeah.
but Marino first down. Looks out. Kobe Mays wide. Now he throws a nice throw out there. Here comes that Palmetto Tiger offense that we've grown to expect, and that's Butler. First down.
There's that little pass that he was struggling with early. Now he seems like he's clicking along here with it.
Yeah, he's getting it out quick, and he's
Just
on
an out.
target.
9 minutes, 39 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Palmetto Tigers trailing by 7. Marino out of the shotgun. Johnny Jones in the backfield running hard. He's going to go for a 9-yard gain. So Palmetto Tiger offense clicking.
Yeah, those whatever he earned, the last 3 or 4, he was carrying 2 or 3 people, but he had a good running start as he hit the hole.
Like the formation out here, 3 receivers
Yes.
on the right-hand side. It's going to be a soft zone against 3 here. Marino looks down the middle of the field, and he's picked off. Doggone it, and that's a big interception
Gotta get
there.
him.
And Kobe Mays makes the tackle at the 31-yard line. So number 44 dropping back into coverage is Danique Mayfield.
Yeah, let's look at that again. Throwing to the inside and
Just underthrew a little
just
bit.
underthrew, and it looks like there was 3 3 receivers, just maybe trying to force that a little much.
Yeah, just threw that one a little flat into that wind.
Yeah, good job by Kobe.
Yeah, and good job for Kobe. And yes, forget he's throwing into a 10-mile-an-hour wind.
There's your 2 turnovers within the first 3 minutes, just like the first half. And this is Gregory coming up. Derek Marino on the chase, and Gregory's tackled after an 8-yard gain.
Yeah, and that's Day-Day Hill that comes up there with one of his showcase tackles that he always makes. He gets up there after, about 8 yards.
And Day-Day Hill continues to impress. You know, he had a play where the guy was 20 yards in front of him running down the sideline, and Day-Day Hill showed that great closing speed once again on the backside of that play. Wolf hands this one off. Gregory first down and more, and he's got it, and he's going to be a foot race, and Palmetto Tigers easily catch him, but he shakes the tackle. His knee was down on the play.
So we have got to get up there and get off the blocks, guys. I mean, they continue to hurt us on the with the running game, and they continue to go to that right side or the left side of the Tiger defense, and we're just unable to clog those gaps.
And when they exploit something, they just keep doing it play after play until we can figure it out.
So 1st and 10, Weston throws a little toss out there to Gregory, cuts it inside, and that is going to be a gain of about 5 on the play. One thing that's pretty clear tonight is the speed differential between the 2 teams. Venice is very disciplined, but when those guys get out in open spaces, these Palmetto Tigers defenders, with their closing speed, are much quicker. So we want to see that across the line, maybe with some penetration in the backfield. Wolf takes this one, pitches it out there. There's a good play by the Tigers.
Nice job.
And that's going to be a loss of about 1 on the play. That'll bring up a 3rd and 7.
Big play here.
That looked like
you got
golf.
Day-Day, well, right there you've got Derek, and then you got Day-Day and golf.
Goodness.
Double whammy.
All right, big Weston Wolf is out here wide. Weston Wester in coverage. And here comes a matchup, and he looks down there, and it's going to be, great catch there by his brother. The receiver goes down there, makes the catch on the 15-yard line. That's a fine possession receiver right there.
Yeah, right in front of Wester. Make a great route, just
kind of like what we saw last year with the two, with the quarterback and receiver pitch and catching all night long.
All right, now they're in a very heavy set here. And that's their big package. He's running that at middle, and that's a gain of about, he takes him down to the 10-yard line, and slipping in there was Nico Della Costa. And here's the big jumbo package with Della Costa. Looks kind of like the Tebow package.
Yes, it does.
Florida would run with Chris Leak, and Tebow's coming in for that's what you get with Della Costa here. Good handoff in the middle of the field. Tigers there, Wyatt there. Along a really fine tackle, and I'm trying to get a number on that. Is Brandon Waiters up there making the tackle. 3rd and 5.
Big play. Got to stop him here and keep him out of the end zone.
So Palmetto Tigers are coming out of a jumbo set. One receiver in the formation. Della Costa fakes it, keeps it, and he's running, and he's still going forward, tackled, still going forward, and there's going to be a call.
Hopefully that's a hold.
Hopefully a holding on that, and looks like it may have been a face mask call the way that Della Costa came out of there. Let's see. So as they sort this one out, referees are talking it over. A holding would be wonderful. So let's see. Still talking about it over there.
Guys, we got Mike Goff down on the sideline here. Looks like he's in some pretty bad pain.
Okay, number 10, Mike Goff on the sideline. Looks like he's in
Venice, a flag on Venice.
But was that another sideline warning?
That's exactly what it was. On Venice, though, this time. So.
The play was on our side of the field.
There's a play on our side of the field over here, and we got a sideline warning over there.
But they're getting marked back for it. We can't even see it in TigerVision here because the play is on this side of the field.
Tom, with our Rico sideline delivery there,
yes.
Are you sure about that one?
Yeah, that's what they call it, sideline warning or sideline infraction against Venice.
The flag was thrown on our side.
Yep.
And by the way, Della Costa's knee was never down on that, rolled over Palmetto defender. But now they run in motion. He rolls. He's looking for his possession receiver. Pretty well covered out there. Throws it high. Great play on the ball.
Good job, Derek Marino.
Good job, yes.
Derek Marino.
And that's Sam Whitney, who is that great possession receiver.
Guy, yes.
Weston was looking for him the whole way. Derek Marino with a deep drop. What did you see, Tom?
It just looks like they're going for it. Look, no hesitation. They're going for it.
And good. We got a little bit of pressure on him that time too to force it.
So this is amazing. This will be what 4 or 5 times the Venice offense has chosen to go for it here on 4th down.
And
the conversion percentage right now is about 100%. Now Wolf looks, fakes the handoff, throws it out there. Come get him, and he's going to be first down. Just an easy route out there, easy
Throw
pitch
to
and
his
catch.
brother. No,
it looked like
the tight end.
Yep, that's tight end 81.
81 comes out of there. So tonight, what we've seen on film, they don't throw the tight end a lot, but they are tonight in critical situations.
When they need to, yes.
Anybody watching film is going to throw to the tight end on us.
That's true.
Thank you
Tom.
for that sideline report there. And there's a wide open lane touchdown.
Again, same hole. Open every time.
When they exploit they will do it until the cows come home.
Why wouldn't you? But we're not stopping them.
So Brandon Gregory for an easy touchdown that time around the right side of the line. Good block over there by Charles Jurassic from his right tackle position. And now kicker is lining up to kick this one through, and that's going to be number 50, Dustin Smith. Long snapper, Vincenzo Anthony is going to snap this one back there. The hold is good. The kick is up. It is good. And now your Palmetto Tigers trail in this one 35-21.
Looks like we got away with Anthony or Derek Marino jumping over the line on that one too.
All right, so good call there from Tom Porter, our sideline reporter, sponsored by Rico's. That would be the hurdling call that, And so Palmetto Tigers trailing in this one by 14.6 minutes and 2 seconds remaining here in the third quarter.
Well, now it's just about us coming out here and forgetting about that first series. We make a stop. We do exactly what we want. Give them the ball right back. They don't hesitate. They drive down the field. Now we're down by 2 scores. We have to play mistake-free football from this point on, guys. It's just a matter of us executing and getting in the end zone here. Defensively, you really can't you can't say too much about the defense. They played hard. They have played really well. We haven't helped them out. Yeah, we've had some turnovers. We haven't helped them out.
Turnovers.
Right you are, Ken. And now Cessna approaches this one, kicks it, and that one's going to be awkward.
Let go out of bounds.
Get out of bounds. And that's going to be Palmetto Tigers ball. Look there. Now there's a big hit in the middle of the field. And involved in that, no flag on the play. Brandon Waiters was out there.
All he was doing was blocking.
Oh, come on. The whistle
was
had
there
not
a flag on there?
Hey, the ball went out at the 1-yard line. The whistle had not blown. And Brandon is throwing a block out there. The whistle had not blown.
So they didn't call a flag on that. The flag is on the
flag
out of bounds.
It went out of bounds.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Rick.
He's still old. They're throwing stuff on our side of the field. The side judge about the Venice team. So it's hard to figure out what they're doing.
That guy has great vision from over here, though. He must have some awesome vision.
Yeah, that was from way out on the other side of the field, and the ball was kicked out of bounds about the 2-yard line. It crept out of bounds, so it'll be Palmetto Tigers ball spotted on the 35-yard line. So once again, good field position for the Tigers. 6 minutes really need to come out and need to score on this possession.
Yes. One thing we know about Anthony, he won't let that bother him. That interception from the last series. He's a true leader here, and he's going to work as hard as he can to get this team in the end zone. And right now, we have been effective against this defense for the Indians.
So Kobe Mays is out here wide and in the backfield back there that's going to be big hit on Corian Brown, no gain on the play. So Corian Brown runs to the center of the line, no gain. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 10.
I think what has worked so far tonight is when we pass first and loosen them up, then we're more effective running.
I just think that we've got the skilled receivers to really make a difference here.
Yeah, and they're playing 1 guy up and 2 back, and you almost a bubble screen type look there. There's a flag on the play. So it's going to be on the Tigers' false start.
So pushes back 5 yards, and we just got to settle down here, guys. We've got a lot of ball game here. We can get these 2 scores. We can get back into this thing. And, we've seen how explosive offensively we can be. There's no way that they can contain us if we just play smart football here. I mean, we just got to show
smarter. They're going to play smarter.
We've got to play
you're
smarter.
Right, smarter. You're spot on. Smarter.
So the linebackers in the middle of the field here are Tanique Mayfield, who just came up with the interception earlier, and they're running kind of a 2 linebacker set there and slanting toward the 3 out there. You may have a bubble screen opportunity there for the Tigers. Got to get some good blocking by the receivers. Marino looks, and he runs to the right, and he's going to go. He's at the 30, and he's out of bounds there at the 35-yard line, so near the original line of scrimmage. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and about 9.
Yeah, that was a good play by Anthony. Receivers were covered. Don't take a risk, which he won't. He's going to tuck it and run when he sees that his receivers are covered. So
Anthony made that look good. 53 missed his block completely, and Anthony didn't have any choice, but he did make it look like a good play.
Thanks, Tom. And Marino looks, scans the field, throws it out there. Ball's tipped. Comes back to the ball was Wester. Got deflected at the line of scrimmage, but making a good play there for a gain of about 5 yards on the play. So Palmetto Tigers electing to punt with 4th and 4. Derek Marino goes back. Reese Lyons is out there, and we have Day Hill out there. So Day Hill's probably going to be the gunner on the far side of the field. Up there in the center of the line, this is interesting. Day Hill is out there in the center of the line. Marino gets it off, and this one's going to be returnable, and it's going to be Noah, and he's got it, and he is tackled there at the 41-yard line.
Hey, guys, while we have a second here, I just want to bring up an event we got coming up in Palmetto here at the fairgrounds. The Conley Invitational will be happening on February 1st and 2nd at the Manatee County Fairgrounds. World-class bull riding. It's a great event. I went last year to it. It's great for family. And, of course, that's put on by our primary TigerVision sponsor, which is Conley Buick GMC. They're great supporters of Palmetto. They're great supporters of Manatee County, great supporters of 4-H. Proceeds from this benefit go to 4-H of Manatee, which includes, of course, Palmetto High School. Tiger fans can go to ConleyInvitational.com and use the word Tiger at the checkout to receive 10% off general admission.
That's great news, Tom.
That was class of 68 and 69.
Yeah, we'll get back to that here. Wolf is in the backfield, taking this one out of the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers. He's looking down the field, down the right boundary, and overthrowing everybody. Going back to Jax, that look in for the playhouse there. I did see there, we welcome the PHS class of 1968 and 69, former Tiger running back Wayne Turner and his wife Nancy, formerly Nancy Hoopengarner, are there along with Bruce and Cindy Hoopengarner. Now, Wayne, don't play pool with Bruce Hoopengarner. I'm still having about night terrors about the last time we did that together. Now this play goes for a 6-yard gain on the play.
It'll be interesting to see where they spot it.
It's
going to be
Mike
3rd and short.
Trapani, I mean, what is he, 5'6", about 160. I mean, he just runs through that hole like he's about a 200-pound running back, doesn't he?
Yeah, and good feet. And what you've seen, Palmetto Tigers trying to jump the. Oh, come on! No, wait a minute. Wait. Now, we came toward the line of scrimmage. I'm gonna have to take another look at that.
Well, I mean, we came across. There's no doubt about it.
All right.
We came across.
Okay.
And we moved the chains. We talked.
So, yeah, we really just lined up and encroach. I don't know. So that's one of those unexcusable fatigue, offsides calls against the Tigers. Now, Trapani's got this. Looking for the edge. Look at that tackle there. And showing that's Mike Goff. And he looks like he's
limping again.
Little problem, and that's going to bring in Crawford, is going to replace Mike Goff in the backside of the secondary. It's going to be a 2nd and 7 here. Hayden Wolf is back there, and he has Trapani in the backfield with him. Hand off to the middle, and that's Trapani again. Makes a great cut, and he's first down and more. So the Venice Indians are driving here with a 35-21
They're
lead.
just wearing
They're wearing
defense.
that left side up. They're just wearing us out, and we have no answer right now. We cannot get a hand on any of their running backs until they're about 10 yards up the field.
Yeah, and now they're bringing in the hammer. Number 8 is Nico Della Costa, comes into the game. Hands it off to Trapani again. and he's tackled, bounces off the tackle, first down. So, easy sledding. What they're doing there, they're coming with a kind of a counter tray action, kind of one step to the left, pulling everybody going to the right. And that right tackle out there, Jurassic, is a little undersized at 245, but he's fast, and he can get out there almost like a pulling guard.
But the key is they keep going to the right side.
That's correct.
And they are exploiting it. Here they go again.
And there he is, and plunging forward after a gain of about 5 on the play.
They do an amazing job with the lead blocking, whether it's a guard pulling or one of those backs that's in the backfield. They do a great job of, getting a blocker out front and popping our first guy and popping it for 6 or 7 yards there.
So 2nd 5, 2 minutes and 49 seconds on the clock. Delacosta in the backfield and fakes it to Gregory. He keeps it, and he's running hard, and Palmetto Tigers struggling to tackle him, but he gets the first down, and Venice is knocking on the door again, ball on the 4-yard line.
Yeah, and right now they're just running at will, and they're picking up 5 yards or more every carry.
Matthew Wyatt eventually with the tackle. Gregory has it this time, and
He's walked right
that
in.
was
walked right
easy. A cakewalk to the end zone. So with 2 minutes and 30 seconds here, the Venice Indians lead this one now 41-21.
A great use of personnel, great play calling there, and just exploiting our defense, and then coming back with the Tebow quarterback there.
Yeah, now that the Palmetto Tiger defense is tired, they're coming in with the Delacosta
to finish us off.
Right, you are, Ken. And this time the kick is up and good. So now 42-21. The Venice Indians lead this one. 2 minutes, 30 seconds remaining here in the third.
Yeah, I'm not even sure. What did they have? Maybe one completion, maybe one pass that entire series, and the rest was just running down our throat. Man, they just ran right up the gut, just really exploiting the left side of the Tiger defense. And, it's going to be very difficult to even attempt to come back in this game if we can't secure that somehow and figure out a way to stop them, because that was way too easy, guys. Just way too easy.
All right, so plenty of time on the clock. 2 minutes and 30 seconds here in the third quarter. So what you're going to need out of the Tigers is a score here and then 2 quick defensive stops. Plenty of time on the clock here. And you got to have the coaches on there talking to the young men. You want to keep them encouraged. But this game is not out of hand here. Lots of time on the clock for these Palmetto Tigers.
Yeah, we need a spark right now.
So, and to provide that spark, you couldn't pick a better guy to do it. You have dangerous Jonte Wester back there with Sajel Hickson. Win looks like, I expect to kick into the end zone by Sessa here. Last time he kicked it out of bounds. So this time he takes it and he drives it, and that one's smoked. And that one's going to hit the back line back there. And that's, what you typically see out of him. So that's the way to take Jonte out of the game.
And that's what we expected the whole game. And if he's got his winded back, it's just not going to happen. So offense is going to need to give us a spark here, a quick hit, and just get this defense off the field, let them rest a little bit. But it is imperative we get things moving here really quick.
Yeah, with 2 minutes and 30 seconds, no time goes off the clock. Like I had mentioned before, a touchdown here, 2 stops, and let's score.
A penalty, a turnover.
And we are right back in this one. 21 points is not unattainable. And this time it's jet sweep there, Butler, and he's going to be tackled after a gain of about 2 on the play.
Yeah, we can you can see that they have that closing gap speed, hard to get around the edge on them. They're very disciplined. I still say, running through the middle of their defense is the best place for us to go. We haven't been successful to this point on the edge.
Murdo takes, and he looks, get rid of it. Good job, Anthony. Curtis Thomas shakes a tackle, and he's going to hold on the ball. He's at the 40-yard line. Curtis Thomas, the Magic Man. What a great catch and very good coverage.
Yeah, a lot of coverage, a lot of white uniforms around him during that catch.
He just wanted it.
Yes, he did. It's a great job by that young man.
That young man does some incredible things out there on the field. Now Marino looks, hands the ball off. Running hard is Johnny Jones, goes for about a 4.5-yard gain on the play.
And again, we seem to run the ball better up the middle, like you've said all night, Rick, especially after we throw the ball. Mix it up here.
Now Marino takes it out of the shotgun. Johnny Jones in the backfield. Hands it to Johnny. Johnny, great run, and he's got the first down, and he's all the way to the 44-yard line. Minute 26.
We've got an Indian down.
18.
Who took the blunt of
Zach
that
Yuntz, linebacker.
Yeah, Zach Yuntz, and he's a great linebacker. I looked at this young man. You know, he's not that big as a linebacker defensive back, but he's 5'11", 190.
I mean, not very big at all, but he
he's got to come out and play.
He's a very tough kid. On that first run by Johnny Jones, he took a direct hit and popped right up. He's a very tough kid.
Yeah, he's a good player. He's kind of a hybrid in between a DB and a linebacker, and he plays, he's listed as a DB, but he gets up there kind of in a rover back.
Kind of looks like a bull rider. Did I mention Conley Invitational over at the fairgrounds coming up?
Oh man, that is one exciting event. If you haven't been to the bull riding event, that is a lot of fun. Palmetto, 1:09 on the clock. Marino, 3 receivers out wide. Kobe Mays out here to the left. Marino steps up very wisely, and he's going to make it to the 40 and tackled. Oh, way out of bounds, but he's down at the 38-yard line. And a good thing, one of the camera ladies was over there on the sidelines, was able to get her feet up. Way out of bounds there, though, but Marino with a nice pickup on the play. Kobe Mays out here wide, single. And then 3 receivers out to the left. Johnny Jones in the backfield. Is Johnny Jones, what a nice jump cut, but great play there, shooting the gap there is linebacker number 35 there, was all over that one.
Yeah, that's going to be
Jeff Schrader.
McMahon.
I think I have Jeff Schrader.
Yeah, Jeff Schrader. You're right,
yeah.
Brian.
But, he was in great position there, and he's another one that's very thin. Now he's playing DN over here, 3rd and 4. But, he's playing fast tonight as Schrader. Marino looks, throws, and the ball is missed by Kobe Mays.
Just
We're
a little,
territory.
They're going to have to go just a little low for Kobe. He tries to go down and scoop it up, but can't hang on to it. But this is a critical 4th and 4 for us, and Venice has been 100% with their 4th down conversions, and we're going to have to pick one up here.
So Tigers trailing this one by 21 points, 22 seconds left here in the 3rd. 4th down. Marino looks, throws it out there. Oh, big hit. Ball's up and caught. Well, look at there. Palmetto ends up with the ball, but it had already bounced. And that would have been Ingram that came up with the ball eventually. But incomplete pass on the play, so it's a turnover on downs. Venice will get the ball.
Throwing that into a crowd there.
And so here at the break, we have 17 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter.
I don't know if his ball's getting tipped as he's throwing it, as it comes through the line of scrimmage or what, but it's not coming out of his hand crisp. He doesn't have that tight spiral on these short passes. They seem to be wobbly, kind of like a Peyton Manning style pass, but not sure what's going on with that.
All right, 17 seconds. It is a bit of a wet field out there, but it seems to have dried up. Wolf looks. He's going for a big one down the sideline. Good position there by Derek Marino. Great position on that one.
Yeah, good job by Derek, and just got to get out of here. A 3 and out here would be nice, as the clock's gonna.
And that's great news for the Tigers. Here. They're coming out here throwing, stopping the clock. I'd probably let that one go down to the 4th quarter with a 21-point lead when you have a great offense like Venice. Tight end is in motion there. Zach Fryer goes across the formation. They're going to run there, and it's going to be Gregory. Oh, look at this one. He is gone. 30, 20, all the way down for the score. There is Brandon Gregory. So now the Venice Indians are up in this one, 48-21. As the clock goes to 0 here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, guys, and that really took the air out of that defense right there. We've seen it all night, but once again, not one hand on him on the left side of the defense. He goes right through there, and just an easy run for their star tailback, who's been running hard all night. I mean, he's a gamer.
He's not all that fast, but he is quick enough, and hard-nosed and has torched us tonight.
So Dustin Smith, a good snap, good spot. Dustin Smith drives this through, and now your Palmetto Tigers trail in this one 49-21. And we're gonna break
Hi,
it.
I'm Susan Conley, and I am a breast cancer survivor, and I take this personal. In 2015, I was diagnosed with triple-negative breast cancer. Grandmothers, mothers, and daughters are being diagnosed every day. This month, we are joining the fight against breast cancer and donating $100 for every vehicle sold. Join me and my family in the fight to defeat breast cancer. Conley Buick GMC, where we treat you like family.
All right, so your Palmetto Tigers await the kick here. And, you know, in danger at this point of this game with 12 minutes here in the fourth quarter, down 28 points. And one thing we don't want to see here, last game here at Harley this season, you know, I would hate to close that out with a running clock, guys. So let's see a kick return here. And we have Wester is back there along with Sajel Hickson. And these microphones work better when you turn the on button on. I wanted to say that, guys. 49-21. Palmetto Tigers trail, opening fourth quarter. Zach Sessa is going to kick this one into the wind. Looked like the wind is picked up again here. So perhaps this could be a return back there deep, awaiting the kick is Jonte Wester and Sajel, super sophomore Sajel Hickson back there. All right, get a kick out of great service from DeVito's Auto in Ellington. There's an onside kick. Get the ball. Goes right through our hands, and there's going to be the recovery by Venice. And so that's going to be a dagger for the Palmetto Tigers.
You're up 28 points in your onside kick.
Well, you know what? Who's going to expect it, right? We didn't. We didn't expect it. We're not in position. We have an attempt. We missed the first guy on the line, which that was Brandon Waiters. Unfortunately, he tried to go down and scoop it up. But hey, you know what? They know if they score here, this game is over. For the most part, it's going to be very hard for us to come back.
So here's the halftime stats. We're going to get to that in a second here, but Venice has got the ball. Third quarter stats. That's right, Ken.
It said halftime.
Right, you are, Ken. And now that is their back, and he goes for a nice gain on the play, and that's Brian Taylor
Have
to
we
the
seen
line.
him tonight? He's a fresh legs.
Yeah, Brian Taylor's that second back. He's been in the game. Now there is a flag on the play. It's got to be a holding play on this. Let's see.
Looked like something after the play.
Okay, so it's personal foul. It's going to be
that was on Mike Goff.
On Mike Goff.
Just some frustration kicking in.
So let's read. How about those third quarter stats, Ken?
Oh, well, they speak for themselves. It was at one time we had dominated after the first quarter, but they have amassed 523 yards through the three quarters, most of it in the second and third quarter, probably 400 and some of it. And they have just we're balanced, but they have shut our offense down.
Come across with a tight end across the formation.
That was a late flag. That's going to be offsides on
Palmetto lining up offsides.
on 50.
Is that? Let's say it's Dozier over there.
Yeah.
You know, so it's going to be encroachment on the Palmetto Tigers, offside. So that's going to bring up a 1st and 5.
Listen, we got to play tough here. I mean, we've got a tough game next week, and we've got to stay focused here.
So here, now the back, nice gain, middle of the field, make that tackle, goes for a first down, and that is Brian Taylor. And so Venice continues to pour it on here in the fourth quarter. Still a lot of time on the clock, 11 minutes and 34 seconds. Tigers are in desperate need of a stop. There's our shot from our North River Kiwanis end zone shot. Palmetto Tigers shift. And we have a personnel situation there for Venice, trotting onto the field late. And there is the handoff. And really they were out of sync on that, but still went for a positive gain of about 3 yards.
That's the key. Whatever they do, it's a positive.
Yep.
Even they can be out of sync.
Yeah, one thing missing tonight for the Palmetto Tigers is a negative play. Think about that. Think about plays made behind the line of scrimmage.
Right. Yeah, good point, Brian.
And so there now Delacosta keeps this one, and he's tackled there. And looks like he has got that one down to about the 5-yard line. So now that'll be 3rd and goal from the 5.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
So Delacosta, some good blocking tonight by Scott Schinke in the middle of the field. Delacosta keeps. Nice hit there by the Tigers. Come on, driving back. And so that's going to be no gain on the play. 4th down for Venice. One thing we haven't seen them do tonight is go for a field goal or anything else. 5. This will be 4th down number 6, right? And
yes.
This will be the 6th 4th down, and they've converted 5 for 5 on 4th downs here. So let's see if this Palmetto Tiger defense can come up with a big stop. Sam Whitney is out here in the slot.
Wolf back in there.
I'd be looking for Whitney here. They like to throw to him out of this look. And Wolf is back in there. He throws, and that one is a great throw and a touchdown there. And coming into the game is there is French.
Yeah, I don't even know if you could cover him any better, to be honest with you.
Great throw. Just a great play.
Yes, it was.
The late flag.
The pass was right on the money. He's right at the back of the end zone.
Wow.
And
I was kind of hoping his elbow would be on the line, but no such luck.
No, they very precise, and you look at their game film. They do this week in and week out, and very great. They run the system well and execute.
All right, back there to hold this one is Dustin Smith. Actually, the holder here is Carson Sullivan. A defensive end is back there to hold. The kick is up, and it is perfect by Dustin Smith. So with 9 minutes and 38 seconds remaining in this one, the Venice Indians are leading this one 56-21.
I would have never seen this coming, guys. I would have thought that the second half would have been a battle. I thought we would have, been close in having to make some plays, obviously to win this game or to get back into it. But I didn't see a 56-21 score with 9:38 to go in the fourth quarter.
Yes, I think after we got that interception and then we turn around and gave it back to them, I think it's just been a slow downhill. I think that was the turning point here in the second half. We've just went downhill.
Well, guys, I almost just got kicked off of the sidelines by the gentleman who likes the sideline warnings over here. I made the comment that, oh, man, I think the guy landed out of bounds. And I was talking to Bill Britt, and he didn't like that I was questioning the call, so he threatened to kick me off the sidelines.
Well, I was with you on that, Tom. I thought he was very close.
It looked like his arms landed out of bounds.
That's what I thought from here. But
I wasn't even talking to him, but, that's how it goes.
Well, you're keeping bad company there with Bill Britt over on the sideline, Tom.
My question is, if I get kicked off the sidelines during a TigerVision game, does that affect me at work?
No.
You're good. you may get a accommodation.
I think when we travel to Port Charlotte, you'll have to join us in the second half is the way that works.
Yeah, half a game suspension.
All right, with a penalty now, they're going to kick the ball from the 45. This will be interesting to see.
He's going to kick this thing out on 14th Avenue. Some Carl riding by is going to get a souvenir.
So he short approach, kicks it high and short. I mean, relatively short, and it's fielded there about 3 yards deep in the end zone. So really, that last it was a dagger coming out with the onside kick on the last possession, putting the big quarterback in there, getting down the field, putting Wolf, the transfer from Lemon Bay, back in there for the beautiful touchdown throw in the back of the end zone, right at the back on 4th down again. Mm-hmm. And, if you're going to go for 4th down conversions, when you go 6 for 6, it's okay.
You're going to win a lot of games if you go 6 for 6.
Yeah.
Have they punted? They punted one time tonight, maybe?
I think so.
That's been the difference. 8
minutes, 49 seconds remain here at Harley. Now, what a run this is. And that's going to be Corian Brown, the senior, with a very nice carry there, goes for about 7 yards. And one thing about Corian, it's a shame. Corian really got, as a track guy, really has started to pick it up here in the latter half of the season. And we see great things out of him as he progresses as a football player. Now Marino looks, he's got Mays out there, and it is picked off. But there's a flag, pass interference, so what Noah Carr does on this is irrelevant. And coming up to make a tackle there, so that's going to be interference there, so the Palmetto Tigers are going to pick up a first down on that. Looking for Kobe Mays, and it looks like the DB just grabbed his arms, and Kobe was unable to extend his arm and catch the ball there. So it was a pass interference call. We get one call that goes our way here for the Tigers tonight. That's a good thing. 8 minutes and 7 seconds remain on the clock.
Well, since this is running clock, the referees need to hurry up and get the ball spotted so we can continue on here.
Yeah.
But that's not going to
I'll tell you what.
Having to run back to come back forward, 30 seconds running off the clock just to spot it. Not that it's going to make a difference.
But
just give us some dignity here.
So Marino takes this one, 3 receivers out here to the left, 1 single out there to the right. Looking over the field, initially looks for the out, and then he tucks it and runs, then throws the ball late, caught there, and that is going to be Curtis Thomas out there, shakes a tackle down the sideline, and he's going to go to the 22-yard line before they take him out of bounds.
So right now we're playing for next week, guys. We got to get back into a rhythm, man. We got to get ready, and even we need to score as much as we can just to
save face
and finish strong and be ready for next week. Kenny, as we talk about the playoff picture, I have no idea what this does for us.
It doesn't help. 7 minutes and 3 seconds remain here, and Kenny would have the answers on this, and we'll pick that up. Marino looks, and he's going to run this time, cut it up, and he gets the right about a half yard short of the first down. That's okay. Would have stopped the clock, but we got a running clock situation here.
Well,
that's something we have to be aware of now.
With our state playoff system, the score doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. It's the wins and the losses.
Right. So we know we have to win next week.
Oh, there it is. Go get it, Curtis. And he's
holding the whole time.
Good job.
Now they're throwing those
good
flags.
Call. So there's an interference call.
So we have a few seconds here. So do we know if we win next week, are we in, or do we still not know what the formula holds for us?
Well, we're going to need to wait to see how the numbers line up, but the fact that we play Charlotte, who is a Category 1, because they're the top rated team in 6A Region 3, like Venice is the top rated team in 7A. So a win there gets us, end up being we get 53 points. Should be enough to bolster. It just depends on how everybody else is doing and what their records are. And
we got to win. The main thing is
if we don't win, it doesn't matter.
It's a new point.
5 minutes, 34 seconds. Anthony Marino looks, throws, working back to the ball over there. Nice completion on that for the first down. So Marino's hanging tough. And the Tigers trail in this one, 56-21. 5 minutes and 20 seconds remain. Palmetto Tigers knocking on the door here in the Superior Asphalt Red Zone. Marino hands the ball off, and it's going to be tackled there. And I think that was Corian Brown there in the game that goes for about a 2-yard gain here. 5 minutes exactly on the clock remain here in the fourth. Marino, Palmetto receiver. Palmetto is in a jumbo set, run heavy, and it's going to be a inside Utah pass. Great cut there and touchdown.
Nice.
And that is a completion to Adravian Butler on the Utah or shuttle pass there. So that's you throw it about 6 inches, and Marino puts another statistical touchdown on the board. Butler with a great cut there for the score. So your Palmetto Tigers trail this one now, 56-27, pending the extra point. Gonzalez awaits. Marino with a spot. The kick is up, and it is good. So 3 minutes and 56 seconds on the board. It still says 21 on our old board here. I am sure that that's 28.
Yeah, we just need to bump the guy over here to. Yeah, he's looking at his watch.
Okay. So 28 points on the board for the Tigers, 3 minutes and 33. We'll see an onside kick out here with Coach Robbie Stevenson as the special teams unit takes the field. And, you know, tonight, gentlemen, you know, it was been a really, really tough game for the Tigers. You know, had some things go against us in the first half. Nothing to complain about in the second half, really. It was a game that you saw Venice come out, and really the Achilles tendon on these Palmetto Tigers this year in the losses is defending the rush game. And we saw that come up again and bite us in this big game tonight.
Manatee and Braden River, they studied their films well, and we made changes, but we knew we were going to be thin on the defensive line, and it just exploited our kill. Here it is.
Oh, nice hop. There it is.
One.
Oh, and it goes harmlessly out of bounds, so that's a penalty on the Tigers, but they got that hop that you needed.
That was perfectly executed.
Great position.
Just took a bad hop at the end.
That crazy football, you just don't know how it's going to bounce.
So the time is running down on this huge game for the Tigers. Venice is going to take this. Only 2 minutes remaining on the clock. No hurry to get out there. They're probably going to be inside of about 1:45 when they take the snap.
Do the old victory formation and head back south.
Bring this one to a close. And so as the clock continues to burn here, 1:49, Venice takes this one. And new quarterback in the game, hands the ball off, and good tackle, good hustle out there.
Derek Marino.
Derek Marino, he's still out there playing hard.
So Derek Marino, the senior tonight, you know, he says, doggone it on senior night, I'm going to continue to play till the final horn sounds. 2nd and 8, 1:23 on the clock. Venice takes it, a little shaky exchange there, back to the center of the line. Number 28 there, that's Josh Stewart. He's listed as defensive back, but he's getting some time at running back. 3rd and 5, and really this probably will be the last play of the game. The only thing could stop it at this point would be an injury at this point. So with 56 seconds left on the clock, Venice taking that, and in the backfield back there, not on the roster, number 14 is taking this one, handing this one off. Nice little run by the back there. He gets a first down on the sideline. So that's number 28 there, Josh Stewart, once again. And he gets the first down, and that's going to do it for this one, gentlemen.
Well, I know that the Tigers are disappointed. We're disappointed. We thought that we would match up well with Venice tonight. We thought that we'd had an opportunity to win this game. I thought we would win this game, to be honest with you. I thought that coming into the second half, we had an opportunity to go out here after that interception and really just kind of let that athleticism show, and it just didn't happen, guys. Defensively, we just could not contain the run, and we got to regroup here and beat a very good Charlotte team next week.
Yes, absolutely. We were talking about the quarterback and how great he throws, and he does. He's everything he was billed to be, and but the run got us.
Once again.
Yeah, once again. And the funny thing about these playoffs is, okay, the one thing I do know, when we go to Charlotte, Charlotte's only loss was to Venice, and it was just about as bad as this one. So we can go down there and take care of business. And the crazy thing about this, Venice is going to be the number 1 seed. We're sitting at number 8 right now, and we might stay around there. It just depends on how all the numbers fall. But the crazy thing is we might be the following week right back down playing the same team 2 weeks from tonight if we're the 8th seed when it all shakes out.
Yeah.
So get ready. We might be seeing them again, or we may see Braden River on the road in the first round, because we're going to be near the bottom somewhere fighting for a spot, and we know Braden River would be 5th because they can't win the district.
Yeah, and with the crazy format here, you have the defending state champion come in here, and the way it works, this actually, if you're going to lose a game, you're going to lose it to a team like Venice, and, it's not a bad loss with the way this thing shakes out.
It's a 38-point loss. It's as many points as we got for playing Lake Gibson.
That's correct.
The way the points work, because it was a lower-tiered win.
Now, did you follow that there? 38 point. So we beat Lake Gibson.
Yes.
And we pick up 38
the same
points.
Number of points.
We lose to Venice.
We pick up 38. But if we would have won, we would have picked up 53 points, the way it works.
Ken, we're so glad to have you here.
It's not that difficult.
Here's all I know. That if we beat Charlotte next week, even though this is a different year, record-wise, we will be at the exact same record that we had last year after beating Charlotte.
Yes.
That I do know.
Yes.
And with a touch of class, coach is coming over the sidelines with the band, and we're going to take it down to Tom Porter here as he talks to Coach Marino. But, after a tough game like this is awesome.
Bring it in tight, bring it in tight, bring it in tight. Bring it in tight. You ready? Take a knee, take a knee. You got plenty of time to undress, gentlemen. Okay? Hey, first half, outstanding fight and intensity. Okay, we weathered the storm early, emotions, mistakes. Second half, not so much. See, I always tell you, champions or any successful person, eyes up, because it's important. You're going to face adversity in life. How do you handle it? First half, great. Second half, not so much. Gentlemen, we have got to get mentally tougher. We have got to handle adversity better. It's that simple. Now, we can point fingers, we can blame, we can go in a different direction, but remember, the message was 4 weeks ago, it was 4 games. You still got a 4th. You got to get this one if you want to get into the playoffs. If you don't, that's your choice, but that would be a shame. This football team is too good, too talented. If we don't come back to work on Monday, ready to go down to Charlotte, finish the season 7-3, and get in the playoffs, that would be a very, very big disappointment. I think you're better than that. I hope you're better than that. But I can't make up your minds. You have to believe in each other. You have to maintain that brotherhood. And you got to learn from this. We're going to come back, take tomorrow off. Take tomorrow off. Okay, you come back Monday, and we got to learn, and we got to move forward. If we don't, it's a wrap. But I think you're a hell of a lot better than that, gentlemen. I hope you come back Monday ready to go. Let's go, bring it up.
Hey, family on three, 1, 2, 3.
Family.
All right, guys, here with Coach Marina. Coach, obviously disappointing loss. I know that you feel this way. I know we all do. Venice may have had the edge on us tonight, but not this much of an edge. What happened in the second half in your mind that caused the landslide of points there in the third quarter?
Well, again, champions or any successful person handles adversity. We didn't handle adversity. When things didn't go our way in the second half, we shut down. We gave up. It's sad to say, and it was very disappointing. They're physical, they're big, they're strong, and we need to do a better job fighting them in that second half. If they're too big, too strong, then our kids, we need to learn from that, and we got to attack it more in the off season, because apparently they are. Because like I said, they wore us down. We put our defense on the field too much. You know, you can't make mistakes in big games the way we did. You can't turn the ball over. You know, I said to our guys all year, if we don't turn the ball over, offensively we're explosive, and we showed that at times tonight, but we turned the ball over, and you can't make those mistakes.
We were in the same situation last year at this time, trying to beat Venice, one game left to go. How do you keep the kids focused on next week? I know you just addressed it with them. Next week, it's a must-win situation. We want to get in the playoffs. We're in them currently, but to stay in the playoffs, we got to win next week.
Again, it's a life lesson. That's why football is such a great sport. It's going to be a test of our character. All right, we got knocked down. We either get up and fight back and go down to Charlotte on the road in a hostile environment and beat them, or we don't, and we pack it in. And that's it in a nutshell. If we want to be champions, we have to learn to be more mentally tough and more disciplined and just be a little bit hungrier and handle adversity better.
Thanks, Coach. Guys, when I was waiting for the band to start playing, sitting there talking to Coach Marina, he was speaking to himself, to me, just under his breath a little bit, and basically he said, we just didn't have it tonight, but we're going to have it. You could see how much the losing to Venice, losing to Braden River every year like we've been doing, you can see how much it hurts him and it bothers him, and it's great to see a coach who takes it that personally, and he really wants to win. He wants it for our kids. And again, I stress our kids because these are our kids that played tonight. Back to you.
All right, back in the press box here with Brian Varnador, Rick Wells, and Ken Burton Jr. Now, Tiger fans, hold that Tiger. Stay with us as we have coach and player interviews for you with Tom Porter and the Hungry Howie's post-game show. But first, I'm going to kick it to Rick for your comments, Rick.
I don't know what else we can say. We do have to just regroup. A hard loss tonight, but even harder was the fact that we really did not come out with the tenacity that I thought we would in the second half, and therefore you see what happens when you come out flat, and maybe you don't have that will to continue like you should in this game of football. I know that Charlotte is going to be a difficult game for us. They are going to run that wing T. It gives us fits. It always has. We're going to have to stay focused. But offensively, we are going to have to play better. We know that the defense is going to give and they're going to take, and we know what we have. But offensively, we have got to be the offense that we are supposed to be. I'm suggesting that we sit back in the stands like we did several years ago. I'm throwing that out there right now to the crew if we can make that happen. Let's sit out there and put our tent up, hang out there with the fans, and see if we can break up the mojo.
Yeah, I like that, Rick. I think that would be a great opportunity to do that again. And I forgot about the wing tee and we'll try to figure out where the ball's going to be again. And yeah, I think Coach pretty much laid it on the line for them. And as we look at the stats, they look a little better here towards the end, but still the 356 yards rushing, that says it all right there. And wing T is a running offense, and we're going to see some more of that. And they got to come. They got to come one more time, or it's over.
Yeah, and I'll wrap it up here. Tonight's final score from Palmetto, Florida. Your Palmetto High Tigers 28, the Venice Indians 56. Be sure to join us again next Friday, November 2nd, as we travel to Charlotte to face the Fighting Tarpons. For those attending the game, be sure to wear your red gear. Well, what a great atmosphere we had initially here on senior night, and one thing I was very proud of, to the very last horn, you saw senior Derek Marino out there, never quitting, never give it up. So now we're going to kick it down to Tom Porter for the Hungry Howie's post-game show. Tom.
Hey, guys, I was trying to get with the offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, which has been our format lately, but they're still with the kids. Obviously, this is a tough loss, not the outcome we expected. You know that Venice is going to be a tough game, but no one really saw this coming. Me personally, I really thought this was the year that we would have what it takes to give Venice that game that we wanted to give them. It's been 3 years since we beat them. We almost got Braden River this year. Again, not even close on Venice tonight. That third quarter really killed us. I believe they had 21 points in the third quarter alone, maybe even 28 in the third quarter. It was just a tough game. I got the stats here for the final, and again, it's a little deceptive because, the second half, they scored so fast in that third quarter, so some of these numbers are going to be a little skewed, but Venice had 48 rushes for 356 yards, 17 for 24 passing for 202 yards with a total of 558 yards of offense, almost 600 yards offense on our defense here. Coach Marina said it best, we can't leave the defense on the field that long. I think tonight, offensively, Venice was able to figure out the code to shut down our offense. We haven't seen our offense limited at this point to this level in a long time now. Granted, we have 28 points on the board, so there's no shame in scoring 28 points. But we've been scoring 50 a game the last 4, so they definitely figured out something. They've been watching film and figuring out ways to stop us. So it's a little disappointing. Palmetto ended up with 34 rushes for 179 yards, 14 for 22 passing for 192 yards for a total of 371 yards. Those were hard-fought yards. It didn't feel like we were getting the second chance on the runs. Venice was making first contact and our running backs were going down. They weren't able to break those tackles like they have been doing lately. So you got to give it to Venice. They're a well-coached team. They're very organized. They're very they've just got it together. They know what they're doing. They do it well. Offensively, they have like 5 or 6 plays. We've looked at the film. They have 5 or 6 plays total. So unfortunately, no player or coordinator interviews tonight. But just want to talk about a few things. I spoke about it earlier, and it's the Conley Invitational. It's coming in February. Manatee County is a pretty interesting place. We're surrounded by Sarasota and Pinellas, Hillsborough, a lot of beach communities and kind of becoming big city, trendy areas. But Manatee County still has that rural vibe to it, and that's what makes it so special. And we have things like this, like the Conley Invitational. Again, it's February 1st and 2nd, and it is a world-class bull riding event. Again, I said earlier, I took my family last year. It's great. It's a safe atmosphere. There's a lot of community involvement. The TigerVision staff will be running the Jumbotron and the replay. Yes, they have replay for bull riding. So Jordan and the guys will be taking care of all that. You'll see the TigerVision trailer out there, which is always great to see. And a lot of local sponsors. Again, Conley, Buick, GMC, huge sponsor for TigerVision. We couldn't do what we do without these sponsors. And Conley being one of the biggest has really come through for us, and they're going to do so also for this bull riding event. As I said earlier, Tiger fans can use the word Tiger at checkout to receive an additional 10% off the cost of general admission. It's not an expensive event. It's definitely a family-friendly event. Great food. I know they had some barbecue last year, and it was some of the best barbecue I've had in a long time. Kason Britt was out there cooking that, and he's a Palmetto alum, and they did a great job. It's a good family fun atmosphere, and just come out, support your local community. And again, this is the last home game. We're going to have the game next week in Charlotte, but we just ask that Tiger fans, you stay tuned to other TigerVision events, and you come support athletics at Palmetto High School, the Booster Club, all that's going on, all these other sports. Come show these kids that Palmetto is the school north of the river that you want your kids to go to. Show them that it's a special place. And on behalf of my broadcast partners, Brian Varnador, Rick Wells, Ken Burton Jr., and myself, we want to remind you that for great high school football here in Manatee County, north of the river, it's about the one and only team, your Palmetto Tigers. Our saying we have, one town, one team. I mean, it really captures the essence of what's going on here in Palmetto. We've got a resurgence, and the lights are going out on me, so I'm going to hurry up here. I'm Tom Porter, along with the production staff of TigerVision, as presented by Conley Buick GMC. We want to thank our worldwide audience for joining us. Go Tigers.